What's up?
Hey, Matt, how's it going?
It's not too bad.
Enjoying some alone time?
Yeah, we've had a little bit of. So right now, my wife is up in Temecula area. A friend of hers got a hotel room for a couple nights. She's going to hang out up there and drop my Jeep off for some upgrades. I'm lifting it a little bit, bigger tires, some stuff for some off-roading. But in the middle of all that, the clutch went out in my crappy little 2004 Saturn Ion. So that was an unexpected $1,200 bill, $1,300 bill.
Yikes.
It's more than the car is worth. So it was like a really big.
That's I drove my Saturn until it wasn't. That was the car that I had before I got a car last March. My Saturn had almost 200,000 miles. I came up 4,500 short. I was pissed.
Yeah, this one only has like 118, so it's 2004. So it's been kicking, but I don't know. I always hate spending more on repairs than the car is worth, but just don't want another car payment right now. So hopefully this keeps it on the road for another 40, 50,000 miles before we have to get something new.
Yeah, if that's the case, then it's worth it. My car was it was not going to happen anymore, so. I gave in, and I was like, all right, I'll buy a new one. But, I mean, my car was a 2001 or 2002, so, I mean, it lasted like 15 years.
Yeah. I was at like 10 years. I was like, all right, I'm going to get a new one. But then it's kept going, so.
There's the ADP challenge thing with Fantasy Insanity long ago.
Where I need to start over because I think you broke up. You were paused for a second.
Okay. Do you remember when I did the ADP challenge thing with Fantasy Insanity long ago?
Yes.
Okay.
Where you had all the riders like pick a certain
and then you know
increase or decrease or whatever.
Yeah, how much they were going to outperform their ADP. So I'm really tempted. I kind of want to do that again, but not with ADP. I want to do it with DTC's trade values because, you know, that's my site and all. But I want to make
sidebar real quick. I saw somebody request having a print-outable like list of all of the values of all the players. Did you see that on Twitter today?
Yeah,
Mosier responded. He said it's in the works, which seems weird to me because it seems like that would be really easy to just be like, all right, all this is free now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
I agree. I would love to have a printout. I don't know how maybe they make it so it only works with a login on the site or something like that. But I would love to see that for games and stuff.
I can tell you they have it because it makes I have it. It makes my life way easier.
Oh yeah.
So, maybe they're figuring out a way to try and make it so that you can only access it if you're on the site. And I know there's some ways that you can actually like block copy and paste, but I mean you can't block a screenshot, like literally taking a picture of it.
And now it's on Twitter, and now it's, you know, everybody has it.
Yeah, so I would be concerned about that quickly. But I mean, that can happen with DLF's ADP. I mean,
that's true. DLF seems to care less.
Yeah, and I mean, ultimately it changes. So
yeah,
you know, and I don't. If DTC saw it, I don't think DTC would have a problem going after somebody saying, "Hey, that's our property. By signing up and getting it, you agreed to not do this." So
yeah, they seem pretty on that with that whole like cease and desist thing for those other guys. Anyway, sorry to sidetrack you.
So, anyways, I kind of want to do something like want to bet. Like that's kind of what I want to name. If I were to do this, this would be like a very short series where I would have people come on. They'd pick a player, and I'd pick a player. What their current DTC value is. And basically, so let's say you get to pick the player first. You would give me the name. I would write down buy or sell. And then you would say, if you're buying or selling, I would hold up, to prove that I'm not just kind of game theorying my way into it. But we would actually bet, over the course of, actually, it was going to be 2 players per person. So a total of 4 players, 1 at each position, quarterback, running back, tight end, wide receiver, obviously. So you'd pick 2, I'd pick 2. And if you pick buying, then, whatever that difference is by the end of the year.
Difference in ADP?
Difference in trade value a year from now.
Oh, got it. Right. Okay.
So whatever their value increases, if you pick buying, you get points equal to whatever they go up. Now, I do have like a little variable scale based on what the current value is. I think the way I was playing with some numbers, and like 40 and above, you'll get equal to whatever their value is. 30 to 40, you'll get 1.25 times the difference. 20 to 30, you'll get 1.5. No, 15 to 30, I think it was. 15 to 30, you'll get 1.5. No, it was 20 to 30 was 1.5. 10 to 20, 1.75, and then 10 and below, you get double. Because if you're investing in a guy that's his value is only 5 and he raises to actually 15, like
yeah, that makes sense. I mean, you're tripling up, yeah.
Yeah, like you're stealing there. Whereas if you invest in a guy that's at 40 and he goes up to 52 or something like that guy was already costly to invest in. So you're still going to get 12 points, but you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah, but so I'm confused on the player selection part. So I pick the player, but then you decide what you want to do with it.
So you would pick a player. Oh my God, that's so fucking good. We'd both be picking 2 players. And we would both be deciding buy or sell. Pick it. We'll just have to write it down, whether they want to buy or sell, and then hold it up as the other person's getting ready to, you know what I'm saying? Just as kind of a way, because if you both end up buying, it's going to be a wash. But I don't want somebody to just choose.
Oh, so you keep going until there's differences of opinion.
No,
because what if they're all sell? So sell, nothing happens. So sell, is not involved in the bet.
No. Right? If you sell, you get whatever your score is times -1. So if you're correct, if you sell a guy and he drops by 20 points, then you get 20 points. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that's why you would have to choose buy or sell, because you have to know if you're multiplying it by a positive one or a negative one.
Right.
Selling gets, and if you sell a guy that goes up by 10 points, you lose 10 points. That makes sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, it's kind of a complicated scoring system, but I wanted to figure out a way to try and make it so that you can basically invest in players. For some reason, all 4 people are chosen with the same. My plan was basically to just start picking an over and under on players, and just start going back and forth, one player at a time, until you come up with a difference. Instead of even worrying about the total number, just picking a player and just go buy sell, until you get to that tie-breaking person. Literally make a bet on it, which of course the money would then go to Fantasy Cares. Sure. I consider doing it just $5 an episode. I've also thought about doing it for whatever the actual point difference in your scores is, which could be huge, or it could be $1. So the range one would be really
the most valuable player on there is what, 49 points or something like that?
No, I think I was just signing into it.
50 something, right?
Look up that stuff. I think
I 50 or something.
I think OBJ was 60 at one point.
Oh, geez. Well, anyway, the maximum you could win or lose, or you could, you would be paying is probably about around $50.
But I mean, he's not going to go up. He's not.
No. But I'm saying that's what would be if free agent pickup became a first round startup pick. The maximum you're going to be
Devontae Adams,
$40 to $50.
Devontae Adams probably spiked a ton, and Alex Collins. But even they still aren't the Alex Collins level. He's only I don't know. I'll look him up. I think he's only
mid-teens or early 20s, probably.
I wanted to say, low teens. He's 7.5 on here.
Oh yeah, so you're paying $7, even if it's 0 to
Yeah, so I mean, it's not like he was
back too. Yeah, I like it. It's
not like it was huge. I mean, I
would maybe put a cap on it, maybe $50 maximum or something like that.
I would probably cap it even less than that. I'd probably cap it at $10 to $20 just to.
Sure.
I don't want that to be the part of it, but I kind of like that draw of it, because
I can't join another league this year, John, because I lost my $50 to you.
Because then you're truly you're really making a call on who you're actually investing in. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like it.
There's something riding on it. I think people would love listening to it.
Yeah, I mean, it could be short too, a little 15.
That would be the goal. Yeah, 15 to 20 minutes, quick hit. Because I mean, you talk about 4 players real fast, not even comparing them to other players like we do on Wall Street. I mean, it would just straight be, are you buying or selling this guy? There'd be a little bit of discussion.
But you have to get you have to be opposite on it, right? It can't be that you can't both be selling or buying.
No. You could both be the same. That's what the end up. That's why if all four end up being that way, like I would just do it. We would just do a tiebreaker. It would all come down to that fifth guy, and we would just
Oh,
we would just say a name, and then buying or selling, and that would be it until we found the difference on it. Then you'd be basing the entire episode, the entire bet on just one guy. Does that make sense?
yeah, that makes sense.
So I mean, because I don't want anybody to feel that's why I said like you would write it down if you're buying or selling, because I don't want people to feel forced into making a pick just to try and win the game. I want it to be truly if they would be buying or selling the guy.
Yeah, that's hard. I mean, it's hard to like control for that. You know what I mean? Like, like myself being a competitive person, like I would want to find the win.
I'm exactly the same. That's why I was trying to figure out like, how could I stop myself? What could I do to prevent myself from being able to try to manipulate the game and win? Like, would I take a chance just because the first three we matched up on? Would I just say whatever, would I just go to the opposite on the fourth one no matter what? Because I probably would. But this makes it so I can't. I have to I kind of have to write down what my thought is beforehand and then either write really fast to change it or just do it. So
that would, if doing all four, like one for each of the four positions could be, you'd certainly have to cap it then, because that has a tendency or has a chance to get out of control, I think.
Yeah, I have a feeling
lose every player or something.
Two players every single episode are going to go the same way. And my fear is that all four would often go the same way. Well, we have a few minutes. Would you mind I know you're not prepared for this, but would you mind if we recorded like a quick sample so that I could kind of edit it and see how it sounds and see what we're doing? So, and if it sounds good, it's something I told Hurley and Mosier, I have an idea. And they're like, oh, really? What? So they know a little. I have not filled them in on the pod part of the idea. But I think I could, like, if I did it as a pod, I think we could also run it as a league and allow anybody to submit like a roster of 4 players. And, not necessarily, they wouldn't be betting
play against
everybody. Just have a whole rankings of you pick your 4 players on who you think is going to buy or who you want to buy or sell. I mean, it can be guys that you think are going to drop drastically in value. The one thing I will have to do is say that players that like retire, they're invalid because their value goes to 0.
So you might want to set like maybe not, I don't know, but you might want to set like a games played threshold to like 10 or 12 games or whatever.
Well, I mean, the bigger concern,
but it's dynasty, so like even
if like Hunter Henry's value is not going to drop drastically.
Yeah, but
between now and then.
He's kind of in a rare situation because tight end is so terrible, though. If he was
like Larry Fitzgerald right now compared to Larry Fitzgerald a year from now,
I mean, that's 0. Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be 0. So I would assume, maybe he's not, but
yeah.
All right.
I'll do that. Hey, so for the total points, so is the winner determined by the total score for all 4 positions, or is
the difference? It'll be the difference in your scores. So that's another way to kind of minimize the amount gambled on it. That makes sense.
So it's like all 4 players combined. So like my quarterback, wide receiver, running back, tight end score 50 points, and yours scores 40 points or whatever. It's not per position.
Then it'd be a difference of 10 points, and if we get $1 a point as the bet, it'd be $10.
That makes sense.
Does that make sense? I mean, I think doing it over across 4 is a pretty good way to minimize it. Even, I mean, if somebody really does drill a guy and there's a total disagreement on it, that's going to make for a big gap. But I have a feeling there won't be a huge disagreement on some guy that comes from nowhere. But all right. So I'll start with like a quarterback. You think of the first running back that you want to do.
Wait, are we doing this right now?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. I mean,
okay. I didn't know if we were doing it now or after.
Yeah, if we've got the time. I mean, I think we can try and do it in like 10 to 15 minutes. I just want to try it and see what happens. I haven't seen anything from Tim yet saying he's back.
Okay. So what position you want me to pick?
I'll pick quarterback and wide receiver. That way I can do the first one as the, kind of like to get the flow of it. And you'll do running back. Then you'll do tight end as well.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. What did I put that under? I just want to see how easy it would even be to kind of do it. If it's something that's super hard, it wouldn't even be really worth it. But
Yeah.
Matt. Okay. All right. So I am recording this. We'll see what happens and how it goes. I guess I should kind of do the rules at the beginning so that I can put that in there. Which means I need to pull up my multiplier sheet because otherwise I will not remember that. What did I say? 50 plus? 40 plus. 40 plus is 1. 30 to 45. 30 to... So I kind of want to incentivize, buying guys really low. That's why I have such a big multiplier there.
Yeah.
Because that's the goal in Dynasty is find the guys that nobody else wants that are going to really shoot up.
The bottom running backs are just so gross.
Everything is when you get down that far, but every year there are people that jump.
But wide receivers, I'm fine down to like 70s, 80s a lot of the times. These running backs are just gross.
So Kevin and I are doing this startup with several DFF guys, and then it's actually several Major League Baseball players, and then Taglieri and Brandon Marianne Lee are in it as well.
Wait, it's a Dynasty startup, but Major League Baseball players are in it?
Yeah, they're playing in it. They're owners.
The Major League Baseball players are playing in the league.
Yeah.
Who has that hookup?
I think Andy Singleton. It's either Andy or it's Jeremy from DFF.
That's cool.
But it's salary cap. And so Kevin and I, our total plan on wide receiver was we are going to just buy the old guys. We're going to buy Larry Fitzgerald because people aren't going to be watching for him. And sure enough, the DFF guys, they have treated this like a dynasty startup, which is very, very different from salary cap. So they've attacked with a lot of they're going for young guys.
Yeah.
But the fucking baseball players aren't. It's really goddamn annoying.
Baseball players are going to beat up on the dynasty guys, huh?
They keep going after all the old guys that Kevin and I wanted. We thought we could get Larry Fitzgerald. It's a $300 cap. And we thought we could get Larry Fitzgerald for 10 to 15. He's already at 17 and a half, and he's only been on the board for a few hours. Demarius Thomas is at 18 and a half. We're like,
damn.
fuck.
Yeah, that didn't work out.
We punted the early young wide receivers when Hopkins went for 60 something. Which I get that's a good investment, but we were like, we can probably get 4 or 5 of these old wide receivers for that price.
Dude, yeah. I got freaking Demarius for $20 and out of $1,000 budget in Red List 2. God
damn. I've heard about that auction from
dude. That auction is fucking bananas. I've never done an auction where there's no one cares about quarterbacks. It's unbelievable.
And it's super flex.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's the people with money at the end just kind of rolled.
I'm sure. All right, I'll get into this.
I got a running back and I got a tight end. That's all I need.
Yep, you should be good then. So what'll happen is, all right, I'll just kind of explain this as we go then. All right, so I have Matt Price on to bet me tonight. So the rules of this game, we are each going to pick 2 players, and we're going to pick if we're going to buy or sell that player. The scoring will be determined on the change in the Dynasty trade calculator value for each player. There is a multiplier based on their current score. If the player is currently at 40 or above, they will get the value that they change. If they're from 30 to 40, they will get 1.25 times their value change. 20 to 30, 1.5. 10 to 20, 1.75. And if you go bargain hunting on a guy at less than 10, you get double his value change between now and next year at this time. So the rules of the game are pretty simple. You want to have the most valuable change between now and next year. If you choose sell, the value change will be multiplied by -1 as well. So if you sell a guy that's currently at 30 and he drops down to 20, not only are you going to get that 1.25 multiplier, but you will actually get the positive value of that change, if that makes sense. So you're always looking to try and score points and be right. Of course, if you go the wrong way and you choose to sell a guy that goes up, you're going to lose points in this game. Matt, you ready to play?
I'm ready, John.
All right. So we are going to each pick 2 players. We're going to go quarterback, which I will nominate. Matt's going to then write down if he wants to buy or sell, just so that he can't game theory his way past me tonight. And then I'll do the same when he nominates a running back. We'll go back to me for wide receiver, and then we'll go back to him for tight end. If for some reason we have the same 4 answers of buy and sell on each guy, we will just start going through players randomly, nominating until we can find a guy that we are different on. And if that's the case, we will go ahead and decide the entire outcome of the episode based on that one player. All right, so I am up with the first selection. I am going to choose, and we will be using 12-team PPR settings for all of these. So quarterback might not have as much value as it is. We should probably do super flex on that. Maybe I'll think that through in the future. But for now, 12-team PPR. Matt, I am going to choose Cam Newton. Are you buying or selling Cam Newton? You can go ahead and write that down. Let me know when you are ready, and then I will tell you what I'm doing with Cam Newton.
It's so hard because could you want me to talk through it or no? Do you want me to just do it?
It's fine, yeah. Well, right. No, because I don't want you to convince me of what to do. So just write it down, then I'll talk through it, and then you can give your response, and I'll do the same when you're presenting the running back. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I will say Cam Newton currently in the trade calculator at a value of 11.5.
You ready?
All right. Matt has his answer written down. I am buying Cam Newton. Oh, Matt's buying Cam Newton as well. All right. So we aren't going to have an outcome on this one. I still like Cam Newton. I think that's really low on him. I don't know why people have started to dislike him. I know he doesn't have as many passing weapons as he used to, but they got DJ Moore now. I really like the future of the Carolina Panthers offense. Why did you choose to buy Cam Newton at 11.5 right now, Matt?
Cam is a really interesting one because he doesn't have a lot of room to increase in value, I don't think, especially in 1 quarterback leagues, because he's already top. Did you say he was 5th? Is that what you said?
His value is 11.5.
Oh, we're not doing ADP. But anyway, like in terms of like ADP, he's already a top 6 to 7 quarterback. So he doesn't have a lot of room to grow, but I also don't think he's going to fall very much. So I feel like he's more likely to increase in value after this season than he is to decrease. But it's not like I think he's going to be quarterback 1 next season. Probably, if he might rise a spot or 2 to get inside that top 5. So that's kind of why I just don't think I think he has such a safe floor that he's not going to fall that far.
All right, so we're both buying Cam Newton. Matt, you've got the next player, a running back. Who do you want to bring to the table for a running back?
My running back, John, is Kenneth Dixon.
Oh, geez. I know what you're doing with him, but oh, man. And I think I agree with you on what you're doing. So, God, it feels so gross, but go ahead, Matt. We're
buying Kenneth Dixon, man.
Yeah, we're buying.
I mean, I think it's a little bit risky because if he does nothing this offseason, then he's gone. I mean, he's got nothing. He's zero.
He's gone.
I mean, he's almost zero now. So Yeah, he has not too much. He has to perform reasonably well to even be in consideration for dynasty owners next season. But I'm a believer that he's going to at least share that role. I think he's probably the best pass catcher on the back, even despite Buck Allen being there. He's definitely a better pass catcher than Alex Collins. And there's a potential that he could be on another team next year. So if he shows up well, I think his value could definitely increase. And I'm not too worried about him doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I'm on the same page with you there. I mean, I don't like him as a player actually, but for the investment cost, he's currently coming in at 2.4 on the calculator. That's almost nothing. I mean, you're getting so close. He literally would have to be cut from the Ravens and not signed by any other NFL team, which I can't imagine. If he gets cut, he's going to land somewhere. And just the fact that he'll have a new opportunity, that insulates his currently minimum value right now. So I don't think he's going to go down. I like that investment. It's a smart investment because you're not going to lose. Your best outcome is he actually shows some good and his price goes up. All right, we are on to wide receiver then. That's back to me. I should probably write these down. I said Cam, you said buy, I said buy. So far, buying everywhere. All right, Dixon, we both bought. All right. I am going to bring up the wide receiver, Sterling Shepard. What are we doing with Sterling Shepard right now? He's coming in on the calculator at 8.7. Matt had an answer really fast right there. So I will go ahead and tell you, I'm still buying Sterling Shepard. I still like him quite a bit. Oh, Matt's buying him too. I think his value's been knocked this offseason. I mean, am I wrong? It feels like his value's gone down, even after he had a relatively productive rookie season. I know that OBJ's coming back, and people are ready for the second year of Evan Ingram. They have Saquon Barkley now, but as far as I'm concerned, Sterling Shepard had a great rookie season, and I expect him to be at least that good from here on out. What are your thoughts on Sterling Shepard?
And people are going to point to the fact that last year was an opportunity-based thing because OBJ was gone and because there was literally nothing else there other than him and Evan Ingram. And I think that's the same reason why people are down on him this year, and the same reason people are down on Evan Ingram a little bit all of a sudden is that OBJ is coming back. He's going to draw 160, 170, maybe closer to 200 targets. Saquon Barkley was taken second overall. People think that he's going to get 100 targets. So where is all these targets going to come from for these kind of ancillary pieces? But I think that the entire offense being better is going to be good for Sterling Shepard's value. Whether or not he produces that much, I think he's going to show enough that dynasty owners are still going to keep him around. So I don't really think he's going to drop in value. I think he's probably really close to his value floor right now, unless he just comes out and completely tanks. So I see no reason why he would really drop much past where he is now.
I think even if he actually does come out and has a bad start to the season, his value might go down a little bit, but I don't think it's going to last the whole season.
No,
I mean, I just can't imagine him having a bad season the entire year. I just don't see it happening.
He's going to have single coverage whenever he wants. So yeah, I'm with you clearly.
Yep. and there will always, he will have value because there will always be at least one person in your league that's like me and Matt, and we're on the Sterling Shepard train. So, all right, Matt, we got a tight end. Last one. Let's hope we get a little separation here. Otherwise, we're gonna have to just start going through players till we figure out a decider.
Yeah, I'm finding out that I should probably be picking more difficult decision players because I feel like we're going to be on the same page on this one too. But my last player,
Sterling Shepard, might be. I didn't know your opinion on that one. I did know Kenneth Dixon, and I wasn't sure on Cam, to be honest.
Yeah. So my last player is Jake Butt, tight end from the Denver Broncos. Buy or sell, John?
All right. So I have a feeling that I know where Matt's going with this. God. You know what? All right. I'm buying Jake Butt still.
Yep, I'm buying Jake Butt too.
I almost switched to sell just to be different, but he's so cheap that the risk is only there if you sell him right now.
That's what I'm saying is there is a risk that they drafted Troy Fumagalli, who's a very good pass catching tight end too. So there's definitely, I don't think it's set in stone that Jake Butt is going to be the guaranteed starter, or that he's even going to get majority of the work. But you have to kind of think that the way his hype was last season before the injury, he was in the conversation for that fourth or maybe fifth after the big four tight ends that went last season in 2017. So if he's anything what people thought he was going to be, I don't see any reason why he wouldn't increase. But I think there is some risk there. I mean, not risk because his price is so cheap, but risk in terms of him falling, farther down the dynasty map. So
trade calculator value 1.3. I mean, you're talking almost waiver wire guy.
I mean, is that like a 3.10 or something? Is it 3.10?
I am not Hurley, so I don't have them all memorized. But let's that's gotta be a fourth round pick almost. I'll put the 312 in. Let's see. The 312 comes in at 1.4.
Yeah.
I don't know how many rookie drafts you've all done this year. The 312, I'll take Jake Butt in a heartbeat over that.
Easily.
So, all right, Matt. First time we've tried this, and now we have to go through. Shockingly, we like to go through tiebreakers.
You know how much we like to break each other's rules. So,
of course. All right, I'll just throw a player out, and you write down buy or sell. I'll write down buy or sell also, and we'll just go until we find a player that we are different on. Matter of fact, I am just going to go ahead and write buy on one side of the notebook.
Yep, that's what I did.
On the other. We need the big brother, show us your answer now. All right, so any player across the board. I'm going to go Joe Mixon.
That's a good one. All right.
I've got sell.
I got sell. I got sell also.
Who you got? Put somebody up.
And I knew you were going to pick sell, so I almost picked buy, but I just think there's too much chance that there's too many other players that could pass him.
His current value based on the hype is where I think his peak value is. Honest to God.
He's priced as a running back one.
But he's not.
Yeah, he's priced as a running back one, and I mean, I don't see him. I mean, some people think he has top 5 upside. I don't really see it, but
I don't either.
At least not like consistent. All right, how about I'm gonna say our boy Cooper Kupp.
You know what we're both doing on that. There's no chance in hell. I'm buying.
Fine. All right, me too.
I actually thought Cooper Kupp, which made me say, think of the next name, Robert Woods. What are you doing with Robert Woods?
Robert Woods, I think, is also
a buy. All right, who you got?
I got one. Devontae Parker.
Oh, good. I think this might be a difference maker, actually. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm selling Devontae Parker.
Ooh, I'm buying.
All right, finally.
Finally.
So why are you buying Devontae Parker?
I have always been a Parker hater, but now I kind of feel I mean, like always, like it feels. This is somebody put out a tweet the other week. I don't remember who it was or what exactly it was about, but it was about why, maybe it was Rick wrote something about why he's going to be successful next. No, it was George Criticos. Why he thinks he's going to be successful with all the targets that have disappeared and stuff in the offense. Like this is kind of his last hurrah. I've always preferred Stills at their price, but he's down at wide receiver 35 now in June ADP, and I mean. I feel like even Devontae Parker can be a fantasy wide receiver 3 this season. And, I think the upside is there for more. He's a tough one. I'm still really on the fence, and I picked him specifically because I thought we might be in difference in value there. So I could certainly see him completely flashing out burning out and dropping even further. I do think that if he burns out this year, then he's probably going to, not fall completely off the map, but he might be like next year's Corey Coleman, after what's happened to him this season.
Yeah. So I'm selling Devontae Parker based on the fact that I think he's become, I don't know what like the reverse is of the hype train or whatever. Like everybody has said, oh, his value's fallen too far.
Post-hype.
It's too far. Yeah, but it's not even like post-hype. I don't. Is that what it is? He's a post-hype sleeper now. Is he really?
I think so.
Which I think when somebody hits that phase, that value starts to go up then. Like it builds quickly as soon as somebody is labeled as, post type sleeper. So I think this is actually a good time to sell him because people are being told, go buy him now. He comes in on the scale at 13.5. That's equal to the rookie 1.09. And I would sell him for it's close. The rookie 1.09 is 13. So I would sell him for that and be pretty happy getting probably another wide receiver that is younger. I'm going to reset the clock. So I think I agree with you that he does have the opportunity to go up. This is it for him though. If he doesn't prove it, his value is no longer insulated at all. And I think his value goes to the floor, the absolute floor, if he doesn't show it this year. I mean, I think it plummets all the way down.
I definitely agree with you, and I think I would probably sell at the 109 too. But that's this exercise is not really that, So correct. just for an example, like I pulled up the ADP comparison tool on DLF right now, and in January of 2017, his ADP was 29.
Wow.
29. He was a 3rd round pick. Now he's all the way down in the late 70s. So I mean, his value really is as low as it's ever been. And this is an inflection point. It's either going to, fall off the cliff or, rise slightly. I mean, I don't know. Let's say he comes out and has not like a great season, but like 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns. I don't know, 75.
I would call that a great season for Devontae Parker.
I would too, but I mean, in like the grand scheme of
yards, that's an amazing season for him.
Like, do you think he shoots back up to like a 5th round startup at that point? Because right now, he's in that 8 to 9 range kind of. So I just wonder how high.
I just startup draft.
I know. I just wonder how high he could raise with not an elite season, but like a good to great season. I wonder how high.
Well, I mean, what kind of a season? What did Adams actually finish with last year?
Just under 1,000 yards and like 10 or 12 touchdowns, something like that.
So I mean, if he has an Adams-like season, you're right. He has that rise straight back up there. Where what did you say he was 39 last year at this time?
Yeah, he was 29 in January of 27. One year ago, he was 59. So he fell fast last offseason.
Fell down 30.
And then he went back up towards the end of last NFL season. In October, he was back up to 35.5. And now, 8 months later, he's down in the 78.
So
77.
let's say he has the Adams-like season. I think he has that rise. I think he goes right back up to the right at 30. I mean, that feels right. A third to 4th round, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely think you're right that is within the reach, but I don't believe in it. I'm not a huge fan of the Dolphins offense. I've ridden the Ryan Tannehill train before, and I think that train has run me over more times. So I'm done with it.
I feel you. I'm not a big fan. I just, at some point, I feel like I got to break and come back, because I've been off of him forever. Like I hated him when he came out. I hated him when they drafted him. I just hated him. And now for some reason I want to buy him all of a sudden. I don't know.
I have none of him, and nor will I. I am not buying. I will sell. If I had any of him, I would sell. So, all right, we have our deciding factor. It is Devontae Parker. Devontae Parker. Duh. I will make sure I pronounce it right so that I'm not called out on Twitter for using any type of poetic license. So, all right, Matt, thanks for joining me. This was fun to go ahead and test out. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so, I mean, that did feel like it could really go through really fast.
Yeah.
I mean, that could easily be 15 to 20 minutes. The only reason we went even, I didn't look at the time, but I think we were about 25 minutes.
Yeah.
But
we talked more than you might want to talk on other shows. So
yeah. And some people won't have the same rapport as you and I, where we have that back and forth that comes easily. So
yeah. I think these dudes are ready. I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick and then I'll be back.
Good,
so in this scenario, our entire bet would be just based on Devontae Parker.
It would totally be based on Devontae Parker. Now, okay, so not only did I have the idea to do it for DTC, I of course had the idea to do it on ADP based for DLF as well, and basically said it the same way, because if you're betting on Devontae Parker, imagine buying Devontae Parker or telling people to buy Devontae Parker at the 29 spot, and then he falls 30 spots. You screwed up.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's fun. I like it. I love it.
I find it intriguing. I'd like to do both somehow, but
it maybe have to be like 50 cents on the dollar for ADP, because you could easily.
Oh yeah, that would be a different scale, because that can plummet. Yeah. 50 cents on the dollar would be too much even. That would probably be just hey, want to bet me on ADP? Straight flat one fee, like $5 or whatever.
The partners might not want to get involved with like actual money. That's my only thing. They might be a hold up for them, but I would definitely propose it because that's fun. I like it. I already want to do it again.
It is fun.
Maybe it's a possible like mini game on DGN. I don't know. There's probably some way to make it that way.
That's what kind of sprung me to it, because I was thinking about how to make it so that you could kind of like bet on it, but not really bet, because it's a donation. It ends up, I mean, you're not betting the money to each other, but Fantasy Cares is coming out with money from someone for it.
Yeah. You should just, I mean, that changes the name of the show, I guess, but yeah, you should probably refer to it like just as donation, just to stay out of any possible trouble, I guess. But
yeah, but
the WannaBet name is so good, so I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't. If you want to donate,
donation,
want to donate, that doesn't have the same. No. Doesn't have the same feel as WannaBet. All right.
Are you gonna start a new one or just keep it on this one?
I'll just keep it on this one. I'll cut it and cut and paste. I'm sending it to him now.
Okay. Hey, get out of
there. Is your dog started to be better yet?
She's good. Her and the cat are not friends, and I left the door open because it's so hot, and now this is kind of where the cat hangs out, and now the dog is in here and the cat is kind of scowling. I don't know if you can hear it in the background.
I cannot.
That's good.
No more couches destroyed?
Well, just the one that we're still using. We haven't bought a new one yet because I don't trust her that much yet.
It's Rick Grimes.
That's right, baby.
Coral.
How is it going, Doug Eddy? Long time no pod.
Good, man. How are you?
I am doing all right. It's a rough day here in the Bosch household, but overall I'm doing all right.
That's good. It was a pretty easy day here in the Eddy household.
If Germany wouldn't have been shitty, I would be extremely happy right now.
I haven't watched a minute of World Cup.
Me either, Doug. High five. Pam,
boom.
Pam, and
who are you guys?
That's a cross-country high five right there.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, I would watch, but I don't know. It's whenever I think about it, it's already like off for the day. So
yeah, my son's out of school, so I'm too busy entertaining his 5-year-old little butt.
My oldest likes to watch it with me, so it's been fun.
Good.
We've watched, I mean, almost all of it like together. So
oh, that's nice.
I wish I cared about it more. when I was in Seattle, I went to a couple Sounders games and it was a lot of fun, but I don't know. There's something about it on TV.
No USA. That hurts.
Well, that too, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that definitely hurts. But
Especially with all these-
Cincinnati's getting an MLS team, Matt. So
oh, there you go.
I'm stoked about
what's
that.
the name going to be?
FC Cincinnati. They're in the USL right now,
Oh, okay.
but they have been like their crowd. It has taken off in this city. Like they outdraw MLS crowds on a regular basis. So
wow.
and they did really well in the U.S. Open Cup last year. Beat a bunch of MLS teams, and now they got the bid. So, but because Germany sucks, I've switched over to a Belgium beer for tonight.
That's fair.
Fucking delicious. So, I will now curse Belgium to lose as well. How's it going, Tim Keller?
I'm doing good. How are you fellas?
Take Timmy
right.
Monte.
Let me pull up DLF ADP real fast. Hold on.
Hey,
I even closed out calculator. I'm just kidding.
we're doing some different stuff tonight, so it won't help you that much anyway.
I got nothing up. I did turn on a fan. You don't.
I did too. I can't hear it. I don't know if anybody can hear my fan, but it's on.
I can't hear anything.
Really good.
I cannot.
I got a note from my DLF editor that it sounded like an airplane was landing in my my office, so that's not good.
Ryan's wife.
Yeah, Erin. She's great.
Did they ever go back and fix the? Hey, we're gonna take a break to read RSO now.
No, that was Ken, because Ryan and Erin went on vacation, so
I know.
Ken edited it.
Oh, Aaron wouldn't have messed
It's funny too, because he's been yelling at us lately to remember to like do a break for it, and then he forgot it. So that was pretty fun.
That was hilarious.
All right, so you guys presumably are familiar with the way the game works, like in general. So we didn't really play an ADP game. We're not doing a trade game this week. But then the name game is the one that trips a lot of people up. Do you guys get how the name game works?
Oh, are we playing name game?
We are playing name game.
You might have to cover it with me because give me the
no
rough running.
Wheel of Fortune before and after.
Yeah, so it's like with Wheel of Fortune category or Jeopardy category before and after, where you get a single clue. Well, I mean, you're really getting 2 clues for this particular game. But so you get a clue, and then it'll be a name of. It'll be for this game is going to be 2 names. So the names fit together in some way that also support the clue. So one of the ones we've used on this game is that for now would be Cleveland Browns quarterback and Chicago Bears wide receiver. And the answer would be
Tyrod Taylor Gabriel.
Correct.
That would be a good answer to say.
Yeah, I boned that one up when I was on. Anyway, but it doesn't always have to be have the whole name in common. It could just be like the last sound of the last name for the first person, and then the first sound of the first name for the next person. Does that make sense? Yeah. So like one would be, what was the Mari? Oh, so the one we did for Star Wars was Yoda and Devontae Adams. So it was Devontae Adams. So it can be just the sound. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you don't need to say Devontae Adams. It just all combines. So
Devontae Adams.
It just has to blend somehow. And there are poetic licensings.
I try really hard to not take them. And I have clues for every single one this time, John, so I don't have to come up with one on the fly.
No Belle and the Beast, huh?
No Belle and the Beast in this episode. All right, so we're also playing 2 new games, and I'll just go over these real quick. They're pretty simple. But John hasn't played these ones either. The first one was inspired a little bit by a game they played on Bull Rush, I think maybe last episode or 2 episodes ago, where Ryan wanted everybody to go around round robin and name the highest, the player with the highest ADP.
That was a good one. That was a good game.
Roster. So we're doing that. That game's called MVDP, but we're going to go because I'm pretty sure everybody's going to get. I mean, there's a couple tricky ones for the top one, but you guys are all Dynasty fanatics like us. So the first one will probably be easier, but we're going to go 3 deep on each team. So we'll start off by going with the first round will be all 32 teams with the first player. The second round, if we're gonna get to a second round, will be the second highest ADP on the team, and if we somehow get to a third round, we'll go to the third highest ADP on the team. So that's gonna be, just because I think the game is not super difficult, I think we'll probably just do strike 1 and you're out for that one. Unless you guys all lose on all the easy owns right away, then we'll maybe edit that. And we're gonna go alphabetical order on those teams because that's just the way I wrote it down.
Okay.
And then
I like that way better than having to name every single person on the depth chart. I am not. I am not good.
I thought I would give you a break from that game this week,
Jesus.
but I like that game, so we'll be
I like
playing it
that
at some
game when
point.
I got fucking destroyed by Tagliere. I think he could have kept going too.
Oh yeah, he was.
I
out
can
of
do. I
control.
can do that game pretty well.
Yeah. And then the last game is going to be, I always try to do some kind of auction game. So usually we do the ADP bullshit, which is where you bid on a number of players in an ADP range at a certain position, and then you have to name them if you end up with the bet. So like there's 7 wide receivers between picks 1 and 20. How many do you think you can name? And then you bid, and then everybody else bids, and whoever gets the highest bid has to name them all. This one is going to be different though, but it's going to be basically the same concept. It's going to be an auction, and I don't want to tell you what it is yet because but we'll get to it. It's going to be pretty fun. I think it's going to be based on scoring, not ADP this time. I'll just say that first of all.
Okay.
Any questions? Should we roll?
I've written them down.
I should have took John's advice. I should have studied a little bit.
I didn't study at all, so I am completely raw dog in this one.
And I'll tell you this: Doug is a million times better with names than I am. So that name game's gonna be a tough one for me.
I do have a tendency to think pretty swiftly on my feet, so we'll see what happens here.
Yeah.
Nice. John hasn't won yet this season, so he's going to be trying to get.
Well, we
this.
can't let him. We can't be the first. We can't be.
Who
The
was
first.
it? Who was it last season? Was the dummies last season that got your win?
Just the dummies.
Don't be the dummies.
Shirts.
I'm on the
Shirts.
shirts.
Don't forget
Oh
to
yes,
mention
shirts.
We got to get rid of those shirts.
Scott Fishbowl shirts?
Mine
Scott
didn't come
Fishbowl?
yet. I got
Mine
the
either.
I
Mine
got
did not
the
come
email
yet
saying
either.
it was shipped, but
East Coast,
Nice.
East Coast.
I'm not very far. Like, I feel like Cincinnati shouldn't. Hopefully, it'll be there tomorrow. So,
I got my email this morning, and then it came today. So,
are you
if
kidding?
you
I
get
got
your
my
email in the morning,
my-
they'll say that it's set to be delivered that day, and it came. So
I got my email like 3 days ago.
I got mine a few days ago, and then I got another email this morning saying that it was due to be delivered today. So
okay.
John's
Yeah,
neighbor's
got
gonna be
delivered
outside
today.
Lawing in the fishbowl shirt.
I got my email on Monday that said it was shipped. So,
you'll probably get it tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
I
Yeah.
don't think I got a shipping address. It just said, "Hey, thanks for your order." Anyway. All right, shirts. Is that it? Anything else? John.
we're giving away DLF tonight, right?
Oh yes, we are. Thank you for reminding me.
Don't forget
DLF,
to say that.
1 year of DLF.
One of you boys gets to win a DLF membership for a year.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
maybe
man.
I'll win it.
we're gonna increase the stakes a little bit here.
I wouldn't mind winning it.
Steaks. Get some good steaks.
Yeah.
Oh man,
okay.
I'm totally getting one of those griddle grills too, man. They-
Yeah, I want to talk about that. But
So versatile. So versatile.
how are you gonna? Do you have like a separate grill or smoker? Because I don't know. I like. Man.
So no, I don't. So
Oh, my
I'm used to being like the grill guy, and I love smoked meats, but I've just never had the patience to do it on my own. So.
Yeah.
Getting the griddle, I was last Father's Day. The wife's like, "Oh, if you want to get a new grill, because mine's kind of beat up," and I'm like, "You know what? We're getting the pool next year. Like, we'll put it as part of the budget, and I'll get a new grill." So I was looking at maybe getting like a decent Weber grill, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
And then I stumbled along the griddle, and I started reading reviews on it and doing research, and I was like, "Wow, this thing's pretty awesome." We do pancakes and eggs a lot, like especially on the weekends.
So
I
my
can
brother
go out
makes
there.
breakfast on his. He makes
I could do
like bacon,
hash,
and I'm like,
eggs, bacon, like pancakes. I did burgers, dogs. I did the steak tonight. Like, yeah,
That's so
it's
cool.
it's super
I might be
versatile. And you season it with I did extra virgin olive oil, but you can use Crisco to season it. Like, you can do a lot of different stuff. So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I might be convinced. We'll see. I like to smoke stuff, and I like to barbecue a turkey. So I need like the indirect heat, but
I don't have the patience for smoking. If I want food,
Yeah, I
I just
don't
want to
either.
go out and grill it.
yeah. All right. Let's do this, I guess. Welcome back to Dynasty Game Night. I am your host, Matt Price. You are listening to episode 22, season 2, episode 5. We have with us tonight a couple of our buddies over at the Happy Hour, Mr. Doug Eddy and Tim Keller. Doug, we'll start with you. how you doing tonight, and tell the people where they can find you.
I am doing excellent. My Scott Fishbowl official invite came in my email today, so I'm all signed up. Jim Halpert division. Let's go. You can find me on Twitter at @TheFantasyFather. I host both the Dynasty Happy Hour as well as the Trophy Time podcast, so you can check me out on those pretty much every week. Tim, what's new with you?
Wait a second. Look how good Doug is at hosting.
I know.
Not only did he give his own introduction, he threw it to the next guy.
I feel like Doug should be hosting. I feel like I should already just step aside.
I'll host anything.
Well, to answer Doug's question, great hosting there, Doug. I'm doing great. Looking forward to playing this game. I've listened to a bunch of these episodes. It's always been a fun time just listening. I look forward to participating. But I took John Bosch's advice, and I did no studying whatsoever this past week after getting the invite.
Same.
So we'll see how I do.
My record. You know my record, right?
That's true. I probably should have went against your advice.
I was going to say, if you know how John plays, you might have wanted to do the opposite.
Yeah.
If you want a hard luck loss, follow my path.
John, how are you doing, pal?
I'm getting better by the drink, Matt. Germany lost today, so dark day, but I've switched over to the Belgium side. So drinking my Belgian blondes, and they are quite delicious.
Yeah, I'm jealous. You're going to be there soon, so that should be fun.
I am. I don't have to limit what I'm drinking at home right now with my small supply of them. Like I have unlimited supply coming in a couple weeks.
Yeah, my favorite thing about Europe was that beer was cheaper than soda.
Oh, it's amazing. It's
like, I mean, I was there a decade ago, but yeah, beer was cheaper than soda almost everywhere.
It's so good. I mean, literally, like even if you go buy the stuff that's supposed to be the European beer over here, like it's got to pass all those FDA requirements, so they have to add in a whole bunch of shit, and it just doesn't taste as good. This, oh my god, it's so good. I'm not a beer snob either. I'm definitely not a beer snob person, but God, European beer is so good.
All right, with that, let's play some games. Before we get to that, though, real quick, we are going to be giving away a 1-year subscription to DynastyLeagueFootball.com tonight to one of these two gentlemen at the happy hour. So that's a great thing to play for. And to go along with that, I guess it doesn't go along with that, but we do still have shirts for sale. So you guys should buy shirts. They're super comfy. They're super awesome. We have all sizes except for small, I think still. So buy that stuff. And for the third episode in a row, I'm still going to throw it out. Nobody's really talked to me about it yet, but if anybody wants to produce a game show, they should come talk to John or I at Emprice or at Empire FFL. Because we would love to take the show to the next level with sound effects and all that fun game show stuff. We're just not talented enough for that. So anyway, it's probably never going to happen, but
we'll give you a shirt if you do it.
This is the third time. So this is the third announcement. So it's third time's the charm. So we'll see. But no, we have 3 games tonight. We have 2 new games plus the name game. And I didn't do this the other weeks, but John, I'm going to let you choose the first game. Do you want a name game or a new game?
Oh, obviously I want to start name game. Are you kidding?
We're starting with the name game tonight. All right, starting with some fireworks. Tonight's name game is going to be based on fantasy analysts' names. So it will be the name of a fantasy analyst and the name of a player. I have 6 of these. And John, I don't know how you feel about it, but I kind of am starting to prefer going back to where everybody plays every single clue. Like I know there's the like judgment call I have to make if you guys chime in at the same time, which is annoying, I'm sure, to everybody. But I feel like it's more fun. I feel like it's more fun when everybody plays every clue. So we're gonna do that.
I'm fine with that. We can have Waz relive his hatred if need be.
We should just have Waz sit in and make the call every episode, like who buzzed in.
That's a good idea. And then have him edit and produce the podcast.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. All right. So John, we will start with you on this first one here.
We are starting with everybody.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're starting with everybody. I literally just said that. Literally. Off to a good start there.
Doug, so can you jump in that host seat?
Let me just shoot Doug the show sheet real quick.
Oh, wait. Now Matt's found the new way to win. He's just going to pretend to be bad at host.
I'm just going to create the show and then play else. Yeah, I'm just going to create.
And reads from cards.
Yeah. So your name is your buzzer. There will be 2 clues. If you get it on the first clue, you get 2 points. If it takes the second clue, then it will only be worth 1 point. If there's somebody that wants to keep thinking on the 2.1, we'll give you a little bit of time, but we want to keep the game moving, so not too long. So the first one here, one other thing for you guys that have not played before is that if I give you the player first, then that is the first name in the game. If I give you the fantasy analyst name first, that is the first one in the name combination. Okay, so it's always in the order that I give it. So the first one is author of the worksheet and AFC East wide receiver. The worksheet is something everybody should be reading every single week of the regular season.
What was the receiver clue?
AFC East wide receiver.
AFC East. AFC East.
Any guesses at the 2-point level?
Hold on. Let me think. AFC East.
I know.
God, I feel like this wide receiver is gonna really be. I'm gonna be really mad when. All right, I don't have a guess.
You guys want a clue about the receiver?
Sure.
The receiver plays for the New York Jets.
Of course he does.
Wow.
Oh, John.
John.
All right. Evan Silva's the worksheet, right?
That is incorrect.
Oh, damn it.
That is incorrect. I know who the worksheet is.
It's a big name. Why can't I think of it?
He works for Evan Silva.
He does.
Oh, I know it. John again.
No, you're out until you got everybody else gets a chance now.
Son of a bitch.
Do you guys have a guess?
The Jets receiver.
I'm trying to think of Jets. There's so many Jets receivers. There's like
oh my God, you guys are killing me. Come on.
I'm trying to go through who's with Rich Rebar, right?
So that's the answer. Yep.
So it's.
How did I screw that up? Duh. What the hell am I thinking?
I'm like, it's not our Darius Stewart. It's not Chad Hansen. It's not Robbie Anderson.
All right, we're gonna call this one of
us. It totally is our Darius Stewart.
It is it's Rich Rebar Darius Stewart.
Oh, now
okay. Darius Stewart. Rich Rebar Darius Stewart.
I was playing off the first name. That's what my mistake was.
Yeah, so it's first and then last name and then the first name of the next person, the player, the analyst.
Hopefully, no more long, awkward pauses now.
I feel bad for confusing it with Evan Silva at least, but like as soon as I said that, I was like, "Oh shit, that's not."
All right,
completely lost. I wasn't going to find
0 points for the first one. Next one, we're going to go to 4 for 4's Stewie Griffin and current free agent wide receiver
John Bosch, TJ Hernandez Bryant.
That's correct, TJ Hernandez.
Nice.
I figured that one was going to be a little too easy.
Oh yeah, I like that one.
John has 2 points. Let's go to the next one.
Fan of TJ Hernandez, and
absolutely.
I think Des Bryant just has to find a team, and his value is going to double.
TJ is in. How we got to talk about something about that off air, John. Remind me of that about your other thing we did before the show.
Okay. Yes, he would.
Since you're editing, you can edit that out. So
he totally would. He would like that competition. I have no doubt. He'd be like, "Let's play for $100 a point."
Yeah. Okay. The next one is co-founder of Her Fantasy Football and NFC South running back
John Bosch. What was the? Okay, I'm sorry. What was the? Can you give me the second part of the clue?
NFC South running back.
NFC South.
You can't buzz in before you have the answer.
No, I just wanted to make sure you said NFC South, right?
That's correct, John.
For the 4th time.
Damn it!
We're gonna give you a short clock here.
No, all right, pass on it. I figured I'd be able to figure the running back out as we went, but I can't. I was being over aggressive.
Do you guys have a guess of the 2 point? You want a clue?
I'll take a clue.
Yeah.
The running back plays for the Atlanta Falcons.
See, when you said NFC, I thought it was going to be an NFC North team, and I had the answer, but then you said South, and it messed me up.
See, John thinking he had it on the answer.
I don't know who the co-founder is. That's the problem.
Yeah, that would be.
That's a real shame.
I mean, I probably know this person, but
And so a Falcons running back, you said?
That's right.
I don't got nothing here.
I'm going to give you guys one more clue just because I'm a nice guy. It's a rookie running back.
Oh, man.
I know who that is then.
Let's piece it together. Who's their rookie
All
running
right,
back?
hold on. Well, I know it's Ito Smith, right?
That's correct.
Oh, you
I'm
can
all
actually.
I'm all about the partial credit tonight.
Can I get 2 partial credits if I can blend it with 2 of their names, Matt?
No.
Damn you.
How are you going to blend it with 2 of their names?
You'll see.
Because both are valid.
Hey guys, double stumper.
Yep.
All right.
John,
you have it?
let me
Go
shine
ahead,
on
John.
imaginary points.
Imaginary points. Let's go,
All right.
John.
Courtney Curb Ito Smith or Brandon Marianne Lee Toe Smith.
That is correct.
I almost said Brandon Marion Lee. I didn't get the Leto Smith. I'm an idiot.
All right, no points for that one. John
Nothing
still up
beats
2-0.
when you said it's not our Darius Stewart, and it totally was.
Was our Darius Stewart?
That was pretty fantastic.
Partial
Okay.
credit king. Let's go.
Scott Fishbowl 7 winner
Oh,
and NFC South tight end.
And NFC South.
Oh, NFC.
oh, Doug.
Dan
Sano J. Howard.
That is
Oh,
correct.
good
Dan
one.
Sano.
Very good, Dougie.
Nice.
Let's go.
Doug. Tied up 2-2.
Did you have to give Dan a mention of being SFB7 champ?
I did. It's kind of I did.
Has a day gone by where he has not had a mention of that yet?
Hey,
I don't
he
think so.
deserves it.
He deserves
I'll
everything.
say you win that league, you deserve
I swear,
it.
if I feel like I would be way worse than Dan was if I won that thing.
I'm pretty sure I'd wear the title belt to work.
Yeah.
I'd probably get it
I
tattooed
would
on
just-
my face.
I would just retire from fantasy football. I mean, honestly.
What would you do
okay.
with your time, Matt?
I
You'd be
don't know.
bored.
So much. I feel like there could do. All right. Pickle hater and former Baylor undrafted free agent, dynasty darling wide receiver in the AFC West. This is a tough player. I'm going to give you one more clue about I'm going to give you a bonus clue about the player. He's also no longer in the league anymore.
I know the player.
Well,
Wait, hold on. You said
I
AFC
know.
AFC West.
I cannot remember.
I just don't know who
who
Pickle
the heck
Hater is.
The pickle hater is. I know for.
I know who the pickle hater is too. Damn it. Give us the team, Matt.
They just tweeted. Okay. Okay.
I don't know
All
who
right,
Pickle Hater is.
I'm putting this together here. And the pickle hater was first, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Come on, Tim. You got this, Tim.
Right. You better
You
be
got
right,
this, Tim.
Or you're going to give the points to Doug.
Pickle Hater.
Can I
Let
think
me hear the
of?
second part again.
The way I wrote it is a little bit awkward. Former Baylor undrafted free agent, dynasty darling wide receiver in the AFC West. I'm going to give you guys one more bonus clue about this one, still at the 2-point level.
Yeah.
He was a rookie last season. He was an undrafted free agent in 2017.
I know who the player is. I just don't know who the.
No, I'm not going to give you.
analyst is.
I'm not going to give you a hint about the analyst because I feel like that would be sacrilege.
That pretty much gives it away.
I know the player. I'll spoil that if someone else can get the other
Yeah,
half.
do it. Spoil the player.
The player is Ishmael Zamora.
John Bosch.
Scott.
Oh, there you
Is
go.
it Scott Fishmael Zamora? Doug.
That's
That
it.
is correct. Doug Fisher.
That's the answer.
We have a tie game, 2-2. I'm making an executive
No, I
decision
just-
on giving.
All
up
right,
the
give it
points for
to
that.
him. Sure.
I didn't hear Doug before he spit it out, and I was getting ready.
I said my name.
Ishmael.
That was the
You
rules,
gotta be,
right?
you gotta be
That's
loud on this
right.
game.
God.
Sam. You gotta.
All right.
Amazing how quickly the names come and go of those darlings.
I couldn't remember the pickle
I knew
thing.
it. I knew
I
Ishmael
just
Zamora
remembered
right
he
off the
posted a
bat.
picture.
I
of
was
a-
stuck
of a-
on Malachi Dupree. Like I couldn't get past. Like I had that wide receiver name stuck in my head. And I couldn't get away from it.
I
had
do
a
want
picture of
to.
a basket of fries with a pickle in it. Said they're all ruined. Just the other day.
Yes, he did.
Oh,
He's
okay.
very wrong. That's a terrible
Pickles are
Scott
just.
Fish take.
Pickles are
So did I get the point? Did I get the points for that one?
You did. So it's tied up
Yeah.
2-2.
No, I have 4.
Dougie's got
Right, I
4.
thought you gave those points to Tim.
Dougie's got 4. It's
Dougie's
2
got
to 4.
4.
It's 4-2 to nothing.
4-2 to nothing. You got.
Yep.
I was
I'm not on the
giving.
board yet.
I was giving those 2 points to. Oh, I'm giving them to Doug, not Tim.
I think you should give him the
All right.
Tim.
Doug spit it
I
out.
was going to give him to Tim, but John says Doug for some reason.
No, John says Tim. Go back and
just
check
kidding.
the recording. I
Kidding.
said Tim.
No, we'll give it. So what's
I put it all together first. I think I just didn't spit out my name.
I screamed out my name as my mind was clinking together.
You also did. I'm inclined to give him to Tim because you also said the player first, and then you put it together as we were talking. So we're gonna make a tie game. We're gonna make a tie game just for fun.
Make it a tie game for fun. But I'm pretty sure when we go back and listen to the recording, the first voice you're gonna hear saying Scott Fish.
I stopped saying Scott Fish because I realized, I got to say my name. Which gave Doug the go ahead.
All right, I'm keeping the real score.
I can throw it out also. I could throw it out because Scott didn't really like it because he was like, because I told him and Scott was like, there couldn't be two more opposite people on the planet than me and Ishmael Zamora. Because of the whole dog fighting thing.
That is historically accurate.
Yeah, so I felt a little bit bad about using the clue, but I just thought it was so fun to say. So
it was a good clue. I just could not remember Ishmael Zamora for the life of me. You could have said Cheesecake Hater too. He's got all kinds of bad food.
He does. Okay, let me see.
We love him, but
we
not
love Scott Fish. I only have one more left, and then I have a bonus one if we need a tiebreaker, but I don't think we will because we're tied right now.
All right.
2, 3, 4. Yep. Okay, last one.
God, I'm pissed I didn't get the Edo Smith.
Roto World Czar and NFC West wide receiver.
All right, I know.
Is NFC West?
Doug. Evan No, that's not right. It's Evan. What was it again? Evan Silva, Larry Fitzgerald. But is that right?
That is not correct. That is not correct.
Can we get a clue on the team?
Tim might want to try a 2-point guess.
It doesn't matter. We only need 1 point to beat him. Tim.
Yeah, but it's about bragging rights sometimes, John.
I just want to win. Finally.
You want another clue, Tim?
Yeah.
The player is the wide receiver is from the Seattle Seahawks.
It was a wide receiver.
I know it now. I know it. Can I go again?
Receiver. If these two can't get it, you're back up.
All right, fine.
Evan Silva Mara Darbo.
That is correct.
That's what I was gonna say.
John takes down the name game.
I should have known.
3 to 2.
We literally had a discussion about him earlier tonight.
Yeah, we did.
Should have put him on my radar immediately.
Okay. Next game. John, you won that game, so you get to choose between MVADP and top 12 repeater auction. What do you want to play next?
MVADP.
MVADP. So this game is inspired.
Remember the name of the one?
This is a game inspired by a game that Ryan McDowell played on the Bull Rush podcast, maybe last episode or a couple episodes ago, where he went round robin with the other hosts and the guests, naming the most valuable player on each NFL roster, decided, of course, by average draft position. So we're going to be doing that tonight. One strike and you're out. If we get through all 32 teams with the first player, the most valuable player by ADP on each team, without anybody drop with anybody still remaining, really, then we'll go to the second highest ADP and on to the third after that. And if you guys are still alive after 96 players, then
that is elite.
I guess everybody wins the game.
I really want that to happen, just to be a pain in Matt's ass.
And then this podcast is an hour and 45 minutes.
Oh yeah, wait, never mind. Somebody has to edit this, and it's my turn. So never mind. Hard pass. Everybody go out on one.
We can go relatively quickly through this. I don't need to interject between each answer. So
just give us the order.
So I'll go. I guess I do because I'm doing it in alphabetical order.
And is the ADP based off of a PPR format? No super flex or anything crazy?
Yes. 12 team standard PPR dynasty.
Okay, so we're going the first one, yes, all the way.
Always do it with the first round until we get through all the teams. Will be just the highest ranked player via ADP, and then the second round.
Just tell us the order you want us to go in. Like, I assume I'm going to have to go first? Because
I'm going to have to give you the team anyway, unless you know all of the teams in alphabetical order. So
no, but that way we at least know. That way at least we're prepared. I'm gonna cut all this out, but
we will go John, Tim, Doug, because that's the way you're on my screen right now.
John, okay. Tim, Doug. So when it switches, like is Atlanta the first one?
Yes. Okay. No, wait. Yes. Yeah. No, Arizona is the first
Arizona.
one. Oh, okay. So when you go, just go John, Arizona,
yeah.
Tim, whatever the next one, Doug, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That way you'll give who's up in the team name, and we should be able to flow through it rather quickly.
Yep.
That should keep it from being. That should prevent it from being a 30-minute game.
Do you want me to lead you back in, or?
Oh yeah. I'm taking all that out.
Okay. So we're going to play a new game here inspired by Ryan McDowell from the Bull Rush podcast. It's called MVADP. Basically, we're going to go around the order here, starting with John, going to Tim, and then finishing with Doug. And we're going to be naming the highest ranked player on each NFL roster according to average draft position from DLF in June. So the most recent DLF ADP, if we make it through all 32 teams with none of our contestants falling out, or getting one wrong, then we will go to the second highest and then to the third highest if we somehow make it through the second round. So we'll start off with John first. We're going to go to the Arizona Cardinals.
DJ.
That's correct. Tim, the Atlanta Falcons.
Julio.
That is correct. Doug, Baltimore Ravens.
So you guys get the two friggin' layups, right?
Yeah, as soon as he said I was going second, I knew.
Yeah, as soon as I was third, I was like, oh, that means I have the Ravens. Cool. I believe it's Alex Collins.
That is correct.
Yay.
John, real quick. Sorry, this might be another edit point. Do you want me to tell like the ADP of the player, or do you want me to just keep going like this?
No, okay, just go like this.
All right, back to John.
The ADP, unless you have it written down.
I do have it written down.
Oh, okay. Then yeah,
I would do it. I would cover it.
Let's start over. Yeah, if you've got it written down, that's the little bit of the like. Sometimes people will get information from this podcast,
right. Sure.
So we can give them that benefit. That's a good thing to put in there if you have it written down. But yeah, if you had to look it all up, that'd be a nightmare.
No, I have them written down next to the player.
So just start all the way over. We all know that we got our first three answers.
I will add the bullshit about Baltimore again.
yeah. Make sure you make that natural again, Doug. I'll leave like a few seconds so I have a wide gap.
All right, so we're going to start with the Arizona Cardinals. John, who is the highest ranked player by ADP on the Arizona Cardinals?
DJ.
That's correct. He comes in at 6 overall, going to Tim, the Atlanta Falcons.
Pretty tough here, but I'm going to go with Julio Jones.
That is correct, coming in at 13th overall. Doug, the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, I hate you guys. You had the two easy layups right away, and I get stuck with Baltimore. I believe the answer is Alex Collins.
That is correct. Alex Collins comes in at 68th overall. John, back to you with the Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo. People still draft Bills players.
Like two.
LaShawn McCoy.
Correct. LaShawn McCoy comes in at 51 overall.
Is even if we make it through the first 32, it's an odd number, so we're not going to get the same team again.
That's right. That's why I planned it that way.
I'm sure you did.
All right. So going back to Tim with the Carolina Panthers.
Christian McCaffrey.
Correct, at 19th overall. Doug, the Chicago Bears.
I'll go with Allen Robinson.
Correct, 25th overall. John, the Cincinnati Bengals.
Of course. Don't draft any Bengals. AJ Green.
AJ Green, correct, at 20th overall. Tim, the Cleveland Browns.
That's one of the receivers. I'll say Josh Gordon.
That is incorrect.
Oh, wow.
Josh Gordon comes in at 44. 44. He is actually third in ADP on the Cleveland Browns.
Wow.
Is it
so? We'll go.
Oh wait, is he out?
We might need it. We might need it. So I'm not telling you.
You shouldn't have told us that he's third on the Browns either.
Yeah, well, it probably won't matter. But anyway,
I know the two that are above him. I hope I get the Browns next. Oh, wait, maybe not. I don't know the order.
Do you want to keep playing, John, or do you want to keep gaming this out?
I can do this by myself if you want.
No, I'm going to try and game this out, Matt. Come on now.
Doug, we're going to the Dallas Cowboys.
That would be Ezekiel Elliott.
Correct. At
pretty
4th
good.
overall, John, the Denver Broncos.
Oh, how many strikes
one.
do we get?
One.
I have an idea. Do you want me to tell you now or after we finish round 1?
I honestly think you probably should have made this 3 strikes, but
well, this is what I was thinking. I was thinking you would do it for the entire round. So like we'll do one round of all the players, and then you have it. You can fall out or stay in for that. You get a point if you finish at the end, and then we do a second round with the second ranked players, and then the third round with the third ranked.
Yeah, is that any different than? Oh well, I guess either way it would get through all. I guess that way would guarantee getting through all of them. We could probably just make it. Man,
I'd say do 1 point for the first round, 2 points for the second, 3 points for the third.
Ooh, I like that.
Ooh,
yeah,
I like that a lot.
Let's do that because the third round is obviously hard.
Yeah.
So if you win the first round, you get 1 point. You win the second round, you get 2.
Nice.
That could end in a tie. So if there's a tie,
I got plenty of tie-break options.
Okay, good. Yeah, that works for me.
Okay, I'm going to start back with you then here, John. Is that okay?
Explain the new rules. Do a pause. Explain the new rules. I'll cut that. Put that at the beginning, and then you know what I'm saying. Explain the new format. I'll take the old format out. Put the new format in, and I don't think that'll change anything up. So now it'll just be me and Doug going until one of us misses, and then Tim comes back in for round 2, right?
Correct.
All right, perfect. I'm gonna get a beer while you do this.
So the way we're going to play this game is we're going to go through 3 rounds of ADP for each NFL roster. The first round will be naming the highest ranked player by ADP on DLF's June ADP. And the second round will be the second highest ADP, and the third round will be the third highest ADP on each roster. So we're going to start off with the first round, which will be worth 1 point. The second round will be worth 2 points, and then the third round will be worth 3 points. And each round, each of our contestants has 1 miss in their bank. Once they get 1 player wrong, then they are out for that current round and cannot win a point for that round. So if someone falls out in the first round, they're only going to lose out on 1 point. If they fall out in the third round, they're going to lose out on 3 points. And if we have a tie, I got tiebreakers. Sorry, guys. We're workshopping a new game, so or I guess I'm
should we make now? Like I've been thinking about it since a minute since we decided how to play it. Should we make it so that like Tim got the wrong answer? Should we make somebody have to get the right answer on that team to knock him out? Because honestly, there's going to be some teams that are going to be a little tighter than others.
I'm okay with that. The only problem is then we are going to cut out players from other rounds if we have more than one guess.
Yeah, that's true.
We could. My guess is we could skip those teams in the future rounds and just if we actually talk about all 3, if we get through all 3 players, like for Cleveland. I hate to do this because I don't like giving away answers, but say Tim said Gordon, then whoever was next in line.
What if you steal and you get a point?
Well, if you were to go to whoever's next in line, they have to get it right. If they were to say, say Corey Coleman, they got it wrong also. And then you went to the third person and they said Duke Johnson and they got it wrong also. If everybody gets the team wrong, I kind of feel like Tim should still be involved. Do you know what I'm saying? Because there's going to be certain teams. I mean, it'll probably still.
That's fine if you want to do it that way. Yeah, sure.
I don't know. I'm just trying to think of what the best way is. They'll probably still get knocked out because if you miss it on a team that's got like 2 guys that are
close. That's what I'm
saying.
There's only really a couple other options. So I just feel like it's not that hard to steal. Like if you eliminate one of them, then it just feels a lot easier.
Yeah, it does. Scratch that.
All right.
I just wanted to make sure before we moved on. I do like this game. It is actually really cool.
Nice game. I like this game.
It is good.
I'll hate it in a minute or 2 when I get one wrong.
All right, so I'm going to lead you back in with the Broncos.
Okay.
And back to John with the Denver Broncos.
This one feels tight. Really tight.
Yep.
I'm going to go Royce Freeman.
That is correct.
Oh, baby.
Overall.
Woo!
Wow.
Doug, the Detroit Lions.
The Detroit Lions. Startup ADP. Is it the new kid on the block? Is it a veteran receiver? Give me a moment.
I just had to weigh that same I just weighed that same question, Doug.
I know. I don't know if I'm going to go in the same direction, though.
It was tough.
Oh, damn it. I know it's either one of these two guys. I'm going to cross my fingers and say Golden Tate.
That's correct. 50
Yes! Wow!
overall. That was a tough one. I think that was probably the toughest one so far.
I do have a question. If we make it to round 2, or we are going to do a round 2, are you going to give us who the answer was, or do I need to be writing these down?
I'm writing them all down.
Am I going to give you who the first one was?
Son
No,
of a
I'm definitely
bitch.
not going to be doing that.
God damn
I'm
you,
writing them
Doug.
down.
That means I got to write from here on out.
John, back to you with the Green Bay Packers.
Hold on. I'm busy writing down Royce Freeman that I somehow managed to get right, and then Golden Tate.
How
So I
I
don't-
somehow managed to get right.
So I don't say those.
That was
in
a
the
tough
next
one,
round.
Dougie.
Those were both landmines for sure.
was-
All right, Devontae Adams.
That's correct. Doug, the Houston Texans.
Those were both landmines back to back. I like how that worked out.
This one's a layup. I believe it is DeAndre Knuckles Hopkins.
That's correct at 3 overall. Devontae Adams was 15th overall. John, back to you with the Indianapolis Colts.
Let's go T.Y. Hilton.
Correct at 36th overall. Doug, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Lenny Fournette.
Correct at 17th overall. John, the Los Angeles Chargers,
Los Angeles Chargers.
which still feels weird to say.
It does.
It does.
Especially for you.
Yeah.
Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen is correct at
Woo!
12th overall.
Oh shit! I stopped writing them down.
Doug, the Los Angeles Rams.
Geez. It's probably not Pharaoh Cooper or
Tell you
Josh
what, They
Reynolds.
just got that wide receiver, Doug. He's
Tyler
really-
Higbee. I'm going to go Todd Gurley.
really
That is
stud.
correct. Todd Gurley at 2nd overall off the board. John, the Miami Dolphins.
This is a tough one.
Matt, I think you missed Kansas City, buddy.
Oh, we did.
Oh, you know what?
I was just
I
going.
totally did. It's right here on the sheet. I just
Ooh,
decided
that's
to
kind of
ignore
a
it.
tough one too.
John, we'll come back to you with the Chiefs.
Oh shit! I think you made it harder on me.
No, I get mine on me. What the hell?
Ah,
You know, I always got to find some way to screw you over, right, John?
yeah.
I think I'm
Oh
the
my
one getting
God.
screwed over this week.
This is a total coin flip. Oh God, people love their running backs now.
Thanks for editing for me, Tim.
Uh,
I just went Jacksonville.
I'll go Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt is correct. 14th.
Oh,
overall.
maybe.
So that
I wonder, do you have how you have not? Have you given the ADPs out?
I've given all the ADPs
He's
out.
giving them, yeah.
I'm curious to see how close he is to the next option.
You'll find out in the round 2.
I am aware. That's why I stopped. That's why I
Doug,
stopped what I was. gonna
Miami
ask.
Dolphins.
This had to come to me, didn't it?
You got this, Doug. This one isn't nearly as hard as the one you just crushed.
It's not pretty.
It's not. I mean, it's between. It's.
I mean, it's Miami. Of
Yeah.
course, it's not pretty.
Too many options.
Do people really still love this particular young wide receiver as much as everyone else?
They don't.
God damn it! I'm gonna go with Devontae Parker.
Doug, that is incorrect.
Yes.
It's Kenyon Drake at 60th overall. John takes.
I would have had to have gone running back there, Doug. To be honest, like just
Yeah, I knew it. It was
people-
probably close.
people have shifted. That's why I went Kareem Hunt over unnamed
I know.
wide
Yeah.
receiver, just because people
So
went
can you
people
read off
shifted.
the rest of
Do
the
you-
round?
I was
one
going to
then?
say, do you guys want to play the rest of round 1 just for fun?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, heck yeah.
All
Let's
right,
bring
let's keep going.
Tim back in and go rapid fire for imaginary
Another
points.
point.
Yeah, so John took the first round, the last one standing here, but we're going to
Fortitude.
bring back
Oh,
the
the
other
least
two guys, Tim
valuable
and
round,
Doug.
but that felt. I actually think round 1 might actually be harder for some of these because now that we've eliminated who was in
Yeah,
round
now that
1,
we're eliminating guys, it might get a little bit
round
easier.
2 might be a little bit easier. It might be.
Maybe
It
we
might
should
not
go
be.
3-2-1. I don't know.
I don't know. We'll see.
all
We'll
right,
change the
so-
scoring at the end to screw me. I'm sure. Doesn't matter.
So we're gonna bring back Tim and Doug just to finish out round 1 for fun. But John has taken this round with 1 point to 0. So we're gonna start back with John with the Minnesota Vikings.
Ooh, that's actually.
That's
Oh,
easy.
man.
That's easy.
I don't know if it is easy.
It is.
For me, it's not easy. But I'm gonna say based on what I think people think, I'm gonna say Dalvin Cook.
That's correct. 16th
All right.
overall.
Not
Tim,
as easy for me though.
back in with the New England Patriots.
I'll go Sony Michelle since we're going with running backs.
Strike
Yeah.
2, Doug. It's still
Is it
Gronk.
Gonna be
Still
Gronk.
35. Yeah. All right.
Doug, you don't
Doug-
strike out. You still get a play though for the rest of
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
imaginary
of course.
round.
Yeah.
Doug, New Orleans Saints.
Alvin Kamara.
Strike 2.
Oh, Thomas.
John.
Does Thomas have him by like
I'm not
one
saying anything because we're playing another round,
mind.
so I'm not telling you
Wow.
anything.
Never mind.
Wow. Not in the drafts I'm in, at least.
John, this is a really tough one. Back to you.
Cody
With the New York
Fleener
Giants.
still on the team.
New York
OBJ.
Giants. John.
Oh God! It actually, I wonder if it is how easy it is. I will say OBJ, but
It is OBJ.
I'm wondering how easy it
Tim,
is.
the tough one. The New York Jets.
Chaos.
The only team in June ADP without a player in the top 100. I will say that.
They do not. They do not
Isaiah
have a-
Crowell.
have a first. They don't have one that qualifies.
Isaiah Crowell.
That's
Oh,
correct. At 103 overall.
That's so gross. God, I hope I don't get the Jets in the next round.
Doug, the Oakland Raiders.
Pretty easy here.
Amari Cooper.
Correct. John, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Let's go Ertz.
Ertz is correct. 41st overall.
Nice.
Tim, you got another landmine here.
Man,
with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I'm
I want
going to
you to
go with
check-
Antonio.
That is incorrect.
Incorrect? Oh, my golly.
Doug, the San Francisco 49ers.
Jarek McKinnon.
Gotta be Jet.
That is correct. 33rd overall. John, the Seattle Seahawks.
Ooh.
Oh, I think I got this.
Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna shift. I'm gonna go Baldwin.
Baldwin is correct at 38th overall.
Yes.
Tim,
I
the
like
Tampa
this
Bay
game
Buccaneers.
Mike Evans.
Correct at 11th overall. Doug, the Tennessee Titans.
This is an interesting one, actually.
This is a sticky one. I'm gonna say because of the other situation in the offseason with a signing,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with CD, Mr. Corey
There
Davis.
you go.
Correct. 26th
I like how we're
overall.
all trying to like tiptoe our analysis to not tip off the other, as if we don't know what you're talking about.
You don't have to say any analysis at all. And you could help.
I
yourself
always
out,
like
but-
to. I do the same thing like when we have in-person drafts. I always explain things while I put my pickup on the board. It's just a thing I do. I am weird.
I
John,
am
last
this
one in the
much
first
better than
round. John, last one in the first round. Washington Redskins.
Let's go. Let's
think
go
you've been
back to
going
the.
down this
Let's go back to the recency bias. Let's go, guys.
That's correct. Gary is
All
correct.
right.
All right. So at the end of round one, John again has
Tell you
1
what,
point.
that's
Other two guys
harder
have
than you
0
think, Matt.
points.
Like,
it is. I'm
people-
sure it is.
People are going to be listening, going, "These guys are fucking idiots," but
That's
it's really hard.
Round two. So now we're looking at the player with the second highest average draft position on each team. So we'll go in reverse. Do you want to go reverse the order? No, it doesn't
what I was
matter.
just
Actually,
gonna ask.
everybody's
What
going to
order do you
shoot
wanna
by
go?
one, so it's fine. We'll stick with the same
Oh
order.
yeah, stay in the same order because it
John
totally
was-
mixes
was
the
on
teams.
me.
Yeah. So Tim is next here with the Arizona Cardinals, who is the second highest average draft position on
I
the.
didn't write it down, but I'm pretty sure John went with DJ in round one. So
I wish I'd have
I'm going
written
to say
everything down.
Larry Fitzgerald.
Gotta be.
That is
Gotta be.
incorrect. It's Chris.
Oh, really? Ooh,
Christian
all right.
Kirk.
One and done.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know how we're going to play around three. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
Round three's round. There's going to be teams that separate
We
in
can,
round three.
yeah, we can.
All right.
Maybe
so-
like
We'll-
best
we'll get
percentage in round 3 gets the win.
least amount of yeah.
X's, yeah.
Doug, Atlanta Falcons.
Devonta Freeman.
Correct. 27th overall.
Oh my God! I have the fucking
John,
Ravens.
the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, this one's easy.
I was about
Yeah,
to
it
say.
is. This one is easy now that the first one's off the board.
You're kidding me. I'm blanking. Crabtree.
Oh,
That's correct. 92nd overall.
Good
Whoa,
pool. John.
good God!
Doug, the Buffalo Bills.
I was going through the Ravens receivers, and I'm like,
There's
they
only
all
2 decent
suck.
players in Buffalo.
Yeah, it's gonna be large Benjamin.
I am really glad I don't have
It
the Ravens in the third round.
It is Kelvin Benjamin at 121 overall. John, the Carolina Panthers.
Oh, Tim's out.
careful here.
Okay, Carolina, and I think he said DJ Moore.
Correct. 58th overall. Doug, the Chicago Bears.
Jordan Howard.
Correct. 34th overall. Oh, wait, you still got the same team again because the way Tim went out, John,
that's
because we're
fine.
back to you with the Bengals.
Oh, you fucking.
That
shit.
means I get Cleveland. Great, cool.
All right. I think I said AJ Green the first time. So let's go Mixon.
Mixon, correct. 23rd. Doug, the Browns. Which we didn't even get the first one last time. We didn't even get the first number. So.
This might do me in. No, it shouldn't do me in.
Got a 50-50 shot.
It's not. Well, we know it's not Josh Gordon.
We do know that.
I'll go with Jarvis Landry.
Yeah, that's what I was going to
That
go.
is incorrect. He was the number one. He was the first at 37. Nick Chubb comes in at 42.
You know what? Yeah, I was thinking the first. I was trying to guess the first one. That's why I didn't get it. I'm an idiot.
I would have thought Chubb might have been up ahead of him.
I thought we were guessing the one that we missed in the first round. That's why I guessed Jarvis.
All right. Let's just throw.
We're not changing the rules now.
Let's just throw the Browns out since I kind of blew it on the first one.
All right, we have a Brown out.
So we're gonna change it up and go back to Doug with the Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, okay. So I didn't just win that round.
No,
not yet.
No. I didn't just win
points
that
that
round.
got stripped from me in the first game.
And in the driver's seat to win
Doug,
the night.
You don't want to win on a confusion.
I don't give a shit how I win
He'll
that.
take a win.
Dallas. Oh, Dallas is ugly. I might lose on this one, John. So
No, I've got my Dallas answer.
Let me just think.
We should do that when we get to if we play this game in the future, when we get down to one-on-one,
Is
the
it
other person should have to be right in order to get the point. If you don't get it. Just saying. Because like if he would have said Landry and got it wrong, I would have said shit.
Wait, say that again, John.
So when we get down to one-on-one, like if Doug were to get this wrong, I should have to name the player and be right to win the round.
That does make sense. Yeah,
that
totally.
makes sense.
That's cool.
That
We can go ahead and put that in now if you want. I don't care. Even though I will. This will go down.
I can, but do you want me to redo the rules again for like the 7th time?
Just add in that line that we are going to go ahead and make a change on the fly, and if the other person playing when it's 1-1 can't get the right answer, the clue just goes on.
Okay, so we're gonna make a change on the fly here. We're actually gonna require.
Thanks for leaving me a nice little empty space there, Matt. Do you have a ponytail now? How long is your hair?
Way too long. It need a
You
haircut.
just turned sideways.
It's not a ponytail. No, it's just
okay.
long. It's just super
All right.
long. I would never. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to Gabe, but the FF man bun that needs to die.
It wasn't. I thought you had a pony. All right, sorry. I killed your. I killed your.
Yeah.
blank
Now
space.
I get to go back for more moments of silence. So
You turned sideways, and
I really apologize, you guys. This is gonna end up being the longest show we've ever done by far.
Thank God we started.
We still have a whole
at 8.
other game to play.
Another game for you to figure out how to make me lose. I like it.
Come on, you don't want to win on confusion.
I don't care how I win.
I'm still trying to figure out this cowboy, to be honest.
There's 2 options. So if you get it wrong, I think I got it right.
Yeah.
I know which way I want to go. You want me to write down what I think? So
Hey,
you know it's
John,
not
do you
based
want
on-
some silence before we start playing?
Jesus
again?
Christ! Fine, Matt. Now you realize I'm pretty fucking drunk right now, right?
Oh, I am well aware of your inebriation level right now.
I am really feeling good.
What a shit show.
All of these beers are so much stronger too.
Okay, so on the fly here, we're gonna make a quick rule change. Stop it, John. Jesus Christ.
The rule changes whatever it
Professional
takes to
podcasting.
make whatever it takes to make John lose.
We're gonna make a rule change here on the fly. When there are two people left in a round, if one of the two remaining contestants misses an answer, then the other person needs to name the correct answer to eliminate the person who got the wrong answer. Moving forward, so we're gonna start that here with the Dallas Cowboys. Doug, who is the second highest player via ADP for the Cowboys?
Wow, there's not much there after Zeke. I'm going to go with, this might be against my better judgment. God damn it. Dak Prescott?
That is incorrect. John.
Yes.
I know who it is.
I have Gallup written down.
That's
Michael Gallup is correct at 88.
I'd have been wrong too.
It's single
88.
quarterback. People hate Dak lately.
All right. Well, John wins round 2 for 2 points. Do you guys want to play the rest of round 2? Because we're only in D's, you realize.
Do you have any other rules to change so that maybe I could still lose round 2, Matt?
Listen, do you want to peek behind the curtain a little bit?
If we get to
John is
round
the one
3,
instigating these rule changes. So
if we get to round 3, we could tie it up.
That's true. You could tie it up in round 3, which makes Matt have to do a tiebreaker, which is
fine. I got tiebreakers.
Yeah, let's
do you
roll
want to
through the
run
rest
through the
of
rest
them,
of round 2 or no?
Yeah, let's try
roll
to
through it, man.
All right, so we're gonna roll through the rest of the round 2 just for fun.
Or
We're
we could
only
just
on
make the rest of round 2 worth 2 points and go from there, and then end it after
Let's
round
go
2.
through the rest of round 2.
All right, the rest of round 2, starting with John. We're gonna start with Tim, the Denver Broncos.
Okay, this is where I started writing them down. So Freeman was first round. I'll say Demaryius Thomas.
Demaryius Thomas is correct at 55th overall. Doug, the Detroit Lions.
Kerryon Johnson?
Incorrect.
That's got to be Marvin Jones, baby. Marvin Jones and
correct,
Tate are
Marvin
back to back
Jones.
almost,
Gotta be
aren't they?
close. Yeah.
I need to make a note of which ones not to do for round 3.
Oh wait, yeah, I shouldn't have said Marvin Jones's name there.
That's fine. I'm writing them all down, so it's fine.
John, you now have a 2-beer limit for podcasts.
Domestic.
Domestics I can drink like they're fucking water. The problem is
Exactly. 2 domestics.
I
That's
drink
it.
these like they're water still, and wow,
They hit you hard.
John, back to you
they're
with the
so
Packers.
fucking good. Oh, the Packers. You know what? I'm gonna go Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers is correct at 45th
Yes.
overall.
They go quarterback
Tim,
lovers.
the Houston Texans.
I'm gonna stick with John and go quarterback and go with Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson, correct. 53rd overall. Doug, the Indianapolis Colts.
I am going to stick with quarterback as well, and I am going to go with Mr. Throw No Football, Andrew Luck.
That is incorrect.
What?
Jacksonville Jaguars.
Whoa, wait, hold on, wait. You
No, we
said
gotta
Indianapolis Colts because in the first one was T.Y. Hilton, so we have to get. I have to answer the second one.
No.
No,
we're
we don't- we're-
This is the for fun round, John.
John
Oh,
is-
okay, so
John
we're
is
just,
waxed.
we're just moving on, but we know that. And okay, no, never mind. Moving
He's
on.
not going
Okay.
to give the name. Just keep moving on. I got it wrong.
All right,
I suck.
so-
my
so
gosh.
The Jaguars.
I was blown away by that.
I cannot wait to see how much time this takes you to edit. Jesus Christ.
Especially since I'll probably be feeling great at the end of doing another podcast.
Passed out on the keyboard.
John, back to you with
Woo!
the Jacksonville Jaguars.
All right, so we got Fournette for the first one.
This
Ooh,
is tough, man.
this one is tough. I would love to say my buddy that I love, but I know that's not the right answer. Oh man, I don't know which one's the highest. Let's go Moncrief.
That is incorrect.
Hmm.
Tim, the Kansas City Chiefs.
We'll go Tyreek Hill.
That is correct. 21st overall. Doug, the Los Angeles Chargers.
Melvin Gordon.
Correct at 22. John, the Los Angeles Rams.
Oh.
Cooks.
Cooks is correct at 30th
Woo!
overall.
Just popped in my head.
Tim, the Miami Dolphins.
Wrong people.
We actually can't do the Miami Dolphins. Well, we already got the second one because somebody guessed it wrong and we said it was wrong. So we can't do the Dolphins. We'll throw out the Dolphins. We'll go to the Vikings.
Oh,
I'll
tough
Stephon
too.
Diggs.
Stephon Diggs is correct at
Okay.
24. And Doug, the New England Patriots.
Sony Michelle.
Sony Michelle, correct at 43. John, the New Orleans Saints.
Oh, Kamara.
Kamara is correct at 10th overall.
We can now say that Michael Thomas was the first one, right?
They were what, like 9
Correct.
and 10 probably.
9 and 10 exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, were they? I had Kamara too.
Yep. Tim, the New York Giants.
Yeah, Saquon Barkley.
Saquon Barkley 5th overall now instead of Travis.
Lay up there.
And now I get the Jets.
You get the Jets
didn't we have the
again.
Jets last time?
Yeah, how did that work out? Well, because
I
we
didn't-
skipped. Who had to skip on a team, so it
I didn't
went
have
back.
the Jets last time.
I somehow pulled.
Tim had him.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Doug, you get the Jets.
Robbie Anderson?
Correct, 109 overall.
Yeah.
I don't know.
John, the Oakland Raiders.
Hold on, I'm busy writing down Robbie Anderson next to Crowell, and then trying to figure out
Yeah, I'm
And then-
saying, like, I don't know.
Trying not
Who
to
the hell
throw all
else
that
is on
beer
the-
up in your mouth.
who else is on the Jets team. You said I have Oakland.
Oakland's correct.
Oh, that's interesting. This is Dynasty. I'm gonna go Derek Carr.
That is incorrect.
Ah,
Tim, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Your
No
team.
pressure, no pressure or anything.
damn! How is
Carson Wentz.
That is incorrect. Doug, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I think it's probably Antonio Brown.
That is correct at 8th overall. John, the San Francisco 49ers.
We went Jet in round 1. Oh, I'll go Jimmy G.
Jimmy Garoppolo is correct at 80th
Yes.
overall. Tim, the Seattle Seahawks.
I missed this one the first round.
That's unfortunate because these are
Yeah.
back-to-back answers.
I'm gonna.
And their round 3 one's going to be.
Man, I
tough.
can't remember who had this one either. I think
It
the answer
doesn't
was
matter.
Bolden
I'll
for the
tell
first
you.
round. I'll go with Wilson.
Wilson is incorrect.
Wow.
Doug, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Ronald Jones.
Ronald Jones is correct, 49th overall. John, the Tennessee Titans.
Tricky.
Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry is correct, 47th overall. Tim, the Redskins.
This is a tricky one too.
A little bit.
It is. This determines our round 3 one probably.
Crowder.
Crowder is correct at 87
Oh,
overall.
Nice. Well
All
done.
right, so we made it through 2 rounds of this game that's going to take 4 hours to finish.
This is a fun game. This is a
Play
fun
for
game. though.
20 minutes, if that.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. After all the editing, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right, so
you guys
three-
didn't realize how much editing goes into this podcast, did you?
well, this is even an extreme for that too.
So this one starts with me, right? I don't have to have Baltimore for the 3rd time.
That is correct. It's going to start with
God
you.
damn it,
So
I have to pee so fucking bad, guys.
at the end of round 2, John is in the lead 3-0. But guess what? If John somehow goes out early on this one and the other 2 players stick around, they can tie it up still because this last round is worth 3 points. So no pressure or anything,
So
fellas.
what you're
Let's see if we
telling
can
me,
get through. Let's see if
Matt, I'm right on the cusp of winning this night. But I could
that's
blow.
actually true because you won the name
All
game.
right.
So yeah, you
Good.
are on the cusp
Good
of
to
your
know.
first
Good
win
to know. I'm right
He
there
of
as
the
always.
season. Yeah.
All right, take this.
Okay, Doug. We'll start off with you this time. We're looking in this round. We're looking for the 3rd highest player via.
Yes, I won't make the same mistake I made in the last round.
Actually, you got the Cardinals last time, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Oh no, somebody did.
Tim
That was
had it
me.
last time.
I mean, obviously somebody did.
And I gave
Oh,
him the
yeah.
Doug, do we have to throw? No, we don't. Okay,
No, we
Doug,
don't. We do
Arizona
not say it.
Cardinals.
Larry Fitzgerald.
That is correct.
So we
76
can now say
overall.
Rosen was number 2. Is that
No,
right?
Christian
No, Kirk.
Christian Kirk.
Oh, Kirk. Okay. Wow.
All right, John, the Atlanta Falcons. Looking
We
for
had
number
Julio
3.
and we had
Easy money.
Devontae. Let's go. Ooh, that's kind of interesting.
Don't get it
No.
wrong, Bosh.
Yeah, seriously, no pressure or anything.
Let's go. It's 50-50 and I don't have a preference. So I'll go with the recency bias and I'll go Tevin Coleman.
Correct, 59th
Woo!
overall.
Thank you for not drafting Calvin Ridley, people.
Tim, the Baltimore Ravens.
The first 2 I thought were tough, but since they're out off the board, I think the next highest drafted player from the Baltimore Ravens is going to be Lamar Jackson.
That is correct at 139th overall. Doug, the Buffalo Bills.
Oh,
Who's the
Jesus.
Oh, Dougie.
That was a little bit rough.
This
I'm not
one,
looking. Am I getting the Bengals again? Son of a bitch.
so this one with Buffalo, this is an interesting one. Is it the rookie quarterback? Is it the rookie receiver from last year that almost jumped out a window? Oy vey. It's single QB. Tim thinks he knows. I'm gonna go with let's see, this guy. Eeny meeny Zay Jones.
It's got to
That's
be the
correct
receiver.
at 193 overall. John, back to you with the Carolina Panthers.
Oh, Panthers. Okay, I forgot them in alphabetical
This
order.
might be it. Well, this one isn't too tough.
We had CMC was first. Oh man, I can't remember who was said for the second one.
You said the second one.
Yeah.
You literally.
Oh, I
said
did.
the
You're
second
right.
one.
You're right. That's right. I said DJ Moore. That's right. So CMC, DJ Moore. Oh, this is a tough one.
No, it's not.
I'll go Cam.
That is incorrect. It's
Yes.
Devin
Bunches.
Idiots.
Idiots. I would take
All
Cam
right,
over
guys. Now
Bunches.
all you have to do is survive the
Son of a
round. You just have to
bitch.
survive the round.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's an even game. We have to go to the tiebreaker.
There will
no
be a
matter
tie-
what.
tiebreaker, yes.
But I'm saying they still have to survive the round.
Doug and I get to find out who he goes against for the tiebreaker, though.
Or both of you.
That's-
Let's go. We're at Tim now with the Chicago Bears.
Tariq Cohen.
Tariq Cohen is correct. 82nd overall.
Good pull.
Doug, the Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh, Cincinnati.
Ooh.
Yeah, exactly. Is it the broken tight end? It's not John Ross.
Gets ugly real quick in Cincinnati.
It does. I'm going to go with my gut says Eifert.
That is incorrect. It is John
Fudge!
Ross at 1.
It is Ross.
I totally screwed that up though. I was supposed to let Tim eliminate you.
Oh, we can go back and redo it.
He's not eliminated yet.
Yeah, so Tim, you got to get this one right to seal this victory for round 3. We are back to the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, it's a layup.
Another tough one. Oh, now it's a layup. Last time it was your.
See, I wrote down what I would have said last time, and I think it's Prescott.
Yeah.
That is incorrect. It's Alan Hurns at 131 overall.
Tiebreaker to me.
So what
right,
happened between you two?
All right, let's go.
We're gonna keep rolling. With where are we at? We are
Denver.
at. Actually, I think does officially John win because
No.
you all three are out of this game of the third round, and so he has the most points.
But he was the first one out. Someone's got to win round 3, right? You just can't leave it up in the air like that.
I mean, you could all just get zeros if you all lose.
Ugh,
I'm fine. I'm fine. Let's just keep going and see if John figures it out when he's editing.
He won't. That's fine. Yes.
So we're back to Doug with the Denver Broncos.
I'm going to go with Cortland Sutton.
Correct at 72nd overall. Tim to the Detroit Lions.
Kerryon Johnson.
Correct at 61st overall. Back to Doug with the Packers.
All right, we had Adams, Rogers, Jimmy Graham.
That is incorrect.
Is it Aaron Jones? My boy, of course.
83.
Tim, can we go for the steal? Or is that it?
But he did you just say it was Aaron Jones?
I did. I screwed it up. So the next so you gotta nail the Houston Texans here, Tim, to take down round 3.
Oh, that should be pretty easy.
We had the receiver, quarterback.
I get bounced on Aaron Jones, my number 1 guy. Ugh.
I'll say that it's Lamar Miller.
Oh,
That
it's
is
incorrect.
Incorrect. It's
Gotta
Will
be
Fuller.
Fuller, right?
Who?
I knew it was Fuller. Ugh.
Dynasty people hate Lamar Miller.
No one survives the third round. So I guess John wins this game.
We can't keep going.
Actually, how about this? How about
Let's
we all
just
three
keep-
jump? How about we all
going.
three jump back in?
All right.
I'm game for it.
Everybody's got 1 strike.
All right.
We'll go to 3 strikes here.
Whatever it takes to take the
Back
night
to
away
Tim.
from me, Matt.
Back to Tim with back to wait, where are we at? We just did Tim.
I
right?
just went. So
So Tim just went. So Doug with the Colts.
You don't have to go all the way back to me.
you're
See,
not
I'm
next,
John.
buddy.
I was
John, the Indianapolis Colts.
No, I'm just
No, I'm
asking.
going. I got this
Go
wrong
ahead.
last time, so I'm going to
Go
get
ahead.
right this time. It's a layup. Andrew Luck.
It
That's
is a layup.
correct.
That's why. That's totally why I wanted it, because it
the
was
Jacksonville
a layup.
Jaguars. That was pretty evil.
That was fucking heartless. Totally wrong on the order there, but whatever.
Where?
The most asterisk game ever. Oh man.
You're drinking a lot of beer tonight, but I feel like you should be drinking wine, John.
I'm still right.
Cheese with that line?
Cheese
Somebody
sounds
call
great.
the ambulance.
Cheese sounds great right now.
Okay, Charlie.
Man. So we already got Fournette and Moncrief.
This is supposed to be a speed game, John. Jacksonville Jaguars. Let's do this.
Insert Jeopardy noise now.
Those all get taken. It all gets taken out, Doug.
I have that soundboard, but yeah, he always takes it out.
You can play it. It'll take Matt an hour to bring it up.
It probably will, actually. I have way too many apps on this phone.
Oh, I don't fucking care.
What you got?
Let's go. Let's go Marquise Lee.
That is incorrect. It was
Shocker.
D.D. Westbrook at 159. Marquise Lee was the second player at 120.
Really?
Marquise
TD
Lee
over
was
Moncrief.
Hold on, wait. Oh, did I get Moncrief wrong?
Yes.
You did get it wrong.
Oh, well, I thought I got
You
it
didn't
right.
remember that you answered DJ Moore, and you didn't remember that you got Moncrief wrong.
I'm in top shape, guys. You better not fucking lose to me
Tim.
tonight.
The Kansas City Chiefs.
That's a layup, bro.
So we're still playing for them to win this game, right?
I'll go with no. We already lost out in round 3, so you won this game. Did Sammy fall below? I'll say Sammy Watkins.
No, not a chance.
Incorrect. Travis Kelce at
Dynasty
29.
hates him.
The Chiefs have 3 players inside the top 30.
Damn.
Doug, the Los Angeles
How did I
Chargers.
get the damn Jaguars twice?
Los Angeles Chargers?
That's correct.
Let's go with Hunter Henry.
Still Hunter Henry
Oh,
at 77.
Wow, that's a good pool, Doug.
Wow, Doug.
Yeah,
John, the Los Angeles Rams.
Wow.
This is a tough. This could be a.
This is a tough one. I bet these two guys are really close. I'm gonna go with the guy I like better, Cooper Kupp.
Correct at 65th
Yeah,
overall.
take that, Robert Woods.
Tim, the Dolphins.
This is a garbage fire. I'm gonna say that the rookie Mike Gesicki's the pick here.
That is correct, actually. 112 overall.
That's a good one.
That's a
Tim.
good pull.
job.
I thought it was going to be Leonte. No, never mind.
Doug, the Minnesota Vikings.
Adam Thielen.
Correct at 31. Also pretty close to the Chiefs there with 3 players in the top 31.
Leonte
No.
Carew's the answer to nothing.
John, the New England Patriots.
So we got Sony and Gronk. Man.
Everything else is kind of peanut buttered over the landscape here.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I feel like I've got this same question on the Jaguars of which wide receiver to pick because nobody's going to go to the quarterback, right? Fuck it. Tom Brady.
That is incorrect.
Yeah, shocker.
It is Julian Edelman at 94th overall.
How? Why?
Because he's gonna come back and be a wide receiver too.
For
It's
how
just-
much
it just
longer?
is.
Like,
It doesn't matter.
I literally, it was
Matter.
Edel. It was
You can have
Edelman.
him for free. You can have him for you can have him for the 312. Give me a year of Edelman.
It was Edelman, Cook, or I'm sorry, Edelman, Brady, or Hogan.
Hogan.
Those were my choices. Edelman, Hogan, and Brady.
I
was
probably
like,
would have went Hogan personally.
Tim, the New
Oh.
Orleans Saints.
It was my thought. Fuck it.
I'll say, despite the suspension, it's Ingram.
It is Ingram at 63rd overall. The New York Giants for Doug.
So you say Ingram, I say Ingram.
Yeah, gotta be.
Evan Ingram at wide receiver. Sorry, I tied it. Not any of these things I just
enjoy.
said. At 40th overall. John, you get the
Good luck.
joy of taking the third player on the New York Jets.
Sam Darnold.
Incorrect. Quincy Enunwa.
Enunwa.
Hey,
Yes, I had Enunwa written down.
Who the one?
Doug.
God.
Or sorry, Tim, the Oakland Raiders. We didn't even get the second one last time, so you have two. You have several options. Here.
Okay, so for 3, I'll say it's Derek Carr.
Incorrect. 3 is Marshawn Lynch at 142.
Who's
Second,
2?
Martavis Bryant at 102.
Yeah, of course it is.
Right.
Doug, Philadelphia Eagles.
Honest to God, wait a second. Hold on. Before we move in, because I'm actually curious. I know Dynasty hate a single quarterback, hates quarterbacks, but do you really think Derek Carr doesn't carry more value than Martavis Bryant and Marshawn
not
Lynch?
If he hits. No, not if Bryant hits. No matter how big Carr hits.
You really think Bryant's going to hit?
Late QBs all day.
And also everyone hates Carr. Like everyone hates Carr. I mean,
His brother dislikes him.
He had a bad season with a broken back, and everyone hates him all of a sudden. You know, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of his, but I think even now the hatred is way off the rails for him.
Lynch has 1 year left at the most. Martavis Bryant literally could have 0 games left in his NFL
he's a
career.
Quarterback, and he doesn't matter, John. Come on,
Guys that aren't playing on a team
28. There's like 28 quarterbacks you could comfortably start in a 1 quarterback redraft league right now. It just doesn't matter.
Yeah, how about those Eagles? Let's go.
Yeah, let's go to Doug with the Eagles.
All right, so the first one is Ertz. We didn't get to the second one, but I'm pretty sure that was Alshon. So the third one, because it wasn't Wentz, I'm pretty sure the third one has to be, I don't think it's Jay Ajayi. I think it's probably, is it Carson Wentz?
It's got to be Wentz.
It's got to be Wentz. I'm going to go with Wentz.
That's correct. Wentz is third at 56. Alshon Jeffrey was second at 48th.
Aguilar's.
John, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
This is
People
easy.
hate quarterbacks.
This is a layup for you, John. It's one of your favorite players.
This is the
it's got to be Juju.
Correct, at 28th overall.
glad that
3
I'm
players
known as a
inside the top
Juju
28. San Francisco 49ers for Tim.
Godspeed.
After McKinnon and Garoppolo.
Jeremy McNichols, let's go. Or is it Matt Breda?
Okay, so when a quarterback is your second player off, clearly there's no clue what's going on.
There's Garcon. There's Kittle's not up there.
Skittles.
I'll say Marquise Goodwin.
That's correct at 95th overall. Doug, the Seattle Seahawks. We didn't get the second one.
The second one was Rashad Penny, I'm pretty sure.
Right.
And the third one is going to be Danger Russ Wilson.
That's correct. 54. Baldwin and Penny are back-to-back at 38 and 39th overall.
Whew, that coin toss.
Give me Baldwin all day.
Tampa has to be Evans, Rojo, Winston, right?
Do you want me to give you? You're incorrect, John.
All right.
Howard,
the third one.
OJ Howard?
Incorrect. Chris Godwin at 89th overall.
Wow.
Tim with the Titans.
Yeah, we eliminated the other two, so Deion Lewis.
Correct, 73rd. And in this game, please, Doug, in this game with the last player on the Washington Redskins.
I had Chris Thompson written down as my second, and I think he is the third.
That's correct, at 99th overall.
Lego.
Crowder Thompson was a tough.
All right, John wins the longest game in Dynasty Game Night history.
It was fun, though.
That was like not for the recording.
When I edit this,
that was like an hour.
When I edit it, it'll be like 25 minutes at the most.
Perfect. All right. So John has technically already won this game by taking down the name game.
I can't believe John beat us.
MBADP. But do you guys want to play the third game just for fun?
If I can get my 2 points back from the first round, I'm not bitter.
I don't care. Let's play the third game.
Let's go.
I can save it. I can save it if you would rather me save it.
No, I didn't hear anybody come in. So
all right. So
we need to close with energy, man. I need to feel pumped up. Let's do one more.
I have
and you're giving away DLF, so Doug and I have to battle this out.
That's true. One of you guys have to win this. We cannot give a DLF sub to John. All right.
Wait,
so
are they gonna actually is DLF gonna be okay with that, right? So am I not playing in the third game?
You could play in the third game, but
okay.
You can play for the shutout, apparently.
Yeah. So we're gonna play one more game just for fun. John has won his first episode of the season, so congrats to him. We're gonna play this third game for fun. This is another new game. It's called Repeating Top 12 Auction, and it's similar to ADP bullshit, except for instead of using ADP, we're going to use the top 12 at each scorers at each position who have repeated from 2016 to 2017. So Players that were in the top 12 or a quarterback one, a running back one, a wide receiver one, a tight end one, who in 2016, and then they repeated again in 2017.
Okay, I got it.
So we're going to have an auction for each of those. Basically, the way this is going to work, we'll start off with one player bidding. I will tell you the number that repeated, and you can bid how many you think of that position have repeated from 2016 to 2017. Once a player has decided that they can't name it, or they think the person in front of them that bid a number is basically bullshit, then they call bullshit, and the player will have to name all 6 members of that position. So we'll start off with, who wants to start? I'm gonna let you guys choose. Doug or Tim? Which one of you guys want to start?
Doug's defending.
Doug's defending. So we're gonna start with you, Doug. Would you like to start with quarterback, running back, wide receiver, or tight end?
Let's start with wide receiver.
All right. So from 2016 to 2017, 4 wide receivers repeated as wide receiver ones. How many of those 4 do you think you can name?
I think I can name. Hold on. Let me jot this down.
4 wide receivers.
Wow, this is actually kind of tough, Matt. This is
Only
based
4.
on this is based on the pod that you guys just did with the
Correct.
repeaters.
I think I can name 3.
Oh, I listened to that. I listened to that pod. I feel like I should know all of these answers.
We're gonna go to Tim. Tim, you can either try to grab all 4, or call bullshit on Doug here and make him name 3 of the 4.
Oh man, I think 3 is the right number.
I think 3 is where I'm at too. So that
4th one's gonna be so hard.
He sounded like he was confident. So if you even think you can get it,
I know, but I don't. That 4th one's getting me. I would feel, if he said 2, I would have gone 3, but he said 3.
I think he's getting 3. Tim, go for 4. Go for it. Throw a name out. Take a chance.
Go for it, perhaps.
you miss 100% of the shots
Bullshit.
you don't take.
No. Wayne Gretzky told me so.
Oh, you're calling bullshit. So Tim's got to name 3.
I'm calling it.
All right.
I did
Doug's
get your
gotta
pun
name
there,
3.
Doug. It was,
I got to name 3.
It was a well-played pun.
All right, thank you. I'm going to go Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown is correct. Antonio Brown has been in the top 3 since 2013.
It's like 5 years in a
3
row.
wide receiver 1 finishes. So yeah,
Absolute
that's number
boss.
1.
Number 2 would be Larry Fitzgerald.
Larry Fitzgerald is correct.
Oh, that's a good one. That was.
He's been in the top 12 the last 3 seasons.
And for the 3rd one, I'm going to go Julio Jones.
Julio Jones is correct.
Lego.
Anybody got the guess for the 4th one? Doug gets a point.
The name I had written down, I forgot. He actually had a bad 2016. I had written down Nuke. Just thinking
Incorrect.
it might have been up there.
It
but
wasn't.
he had a bad one.
It wasn't.
Incorrect.
It wasn't Evans, was it?
It was not Evans. Evans
I
had
didn't
a
think so.
terrible.
No,
not
He
a
only had like
terrible
3
play.
touchdowns.
2017.
Yeah.
How many guesses for the last guy?
No.
Michael Thomas.
Oh, that makes sense.
Really? He was
Yeah.
there
Michael
2
Thomas finished as the wide receiver 7 in
Yep.
2016 and the wide receiver 6 in 2017. All right. So Doug gets the point there. We will start with Doug on. Actually, no, we're not going to start with Doug because there's smaller numbers in here. So we're going to start with Tim this time. Tim, which position would you like? The remaining ones, not wide receivers.
Let's go running back.
Running backs. 5 running backs repeated as top 12 performers from 2016 to 2017. How many of those 5 do you think you can name?
5.
Ooh, it's interesting.
I'm gonna start low and say 2.
2, John.
Man. Wow, running back had some turnover.
Plus all the rookies.
Yeah.
It's better than between 2015 to 2016 when only 3 repeated.
Hmm.
And 2014 to 2015 when only 2 repeated.
So there 5. You said 5 of them repeated, right?
5 of them repeated from 2016 to 2017.
Oh man.
Ooh, that one's ugly. I don't know if it's right.
And they just had to be in the top 12.
Correct. They had to be running back ones. And Tim's high bid is 2.
All right, fine. I'll say 3.
3, Doug. Can you name more than 3?
Oh, damn. I don't
It's
get negative. I don't get negative points if I.
No, you just send the point. You just send a point to John if he gets it
to
right.
John.
No, doesn't Tim get the point for saying BS?
He hasn't said BS yet. You just bid 3.
I know, but if Doug goes to 4 and Tim says
Yes.
BS, Tim gets
Correct.
the point.
Correct.
Okay.
Can I do 4? You know what? I think I can do it. I'll take
Tim,
the challenge.
Tim, you're in the same position as last time with having to name every single one.
I was
Or
iffy at
let
doing
Doug
3.
take it.
I got 4 names written down.
It's a tough spot to be in 2 times in two rounds in a row.
I can't figure out this 4th or the 5th one.
Because there were a lot of rookies that finished as an RB1 last year.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't there the year before. Wow.
Man, I feel like I'm giving it to Doug if I say BS. I like you, Doug. Let's see what you got. BS. Bullshit.
All right, Doug. Name 4 of the 5 running backs that repeated as running back ones from 2016 and 2017.
All right, I'm going to go with LaShawn McCoy.
Sean McCoy is correct.
Le'Veon Bell.
Le'Veon Bell is correct.
Melvin Gordon.
Melvin Gordon is correct. One more.
Did not have Melvin Gordon. That's great. Yeah, people still hate him, feels like.
I'm going to go with Devonta Freeman.
Yep.
That is incorrect.
It was him or another guy.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Damn it.
Ezekiel Elliott actually finished as running back
Yep.
12 with only whatever it was, 10 games.
I had him written down.
I remember hearing
And
that
then
on
Jordan
the
Howard.
DLF pod, Matt, that you guys
Not
talked
Jordan
about
Howard.
Zeke. I was shocked.
Oh, I'd have missed out on
Was
Jordan
it
Howard.
Mark Ingram?
It was Mark Ingram.
Oh, wow. Good job, Doug.
Mark Ingram finished as the running back 8.
Freeman was
2017?
probably close, right? Was it
One,
like,
two,
gonna be
three,
like
four,
15?
5. Yeah, Freeman. I don't know. I only wrote down the top 12. Freeman did finish as a top 12 in 2016, though.
Yeah.
All right.
I had Freeman in the 4 names I wrote down. I did have Freeman.
All right,
I did
so I
not
got
have
on that
Ingram
one.
or Melvin Gordon.
John, we will start with you for quarterback or tight end. I'm pretty sure I know which way you're going.
Well, you can just announce it. There's only one position that matters in football, right?
Yeah, that's right. So how many so 6 quarterbacks finished in the top 12 in 2016 and also finished in the top 12 in 2017. So how many out of 6 do you think you can name?
I'll just go 3 off the bat.
We'll go back to Doug this time. Go back the other way. And let him say 5, and then Tim has to decide if he wants to name all 6 again.
You know what? I'll YOLO swag it. I'll go 6.
Oh,
Wow.
6.
Bullshit. Do it. Yeah. Let's go.
Doug,
Yeah,
do it.
All right, and it was top 12.
That's right.
All right, let's go with the GOAT, Tom Brady.
Tom Brady is incorrect.
What?
Wow.
Unless
He didn't
Brian's
finish
spreadsheet
as
is wrong, he did not finish as a top 12 performer in 2016.
That's got to be physically impossible.
Yeah, I have for 2016. I have Aaron Rodgers, Matt. Well, I'm not going to tell
Don't
you.
give it
all.
away. Yeah,
I mean, I can look it up on. Let's see.
I find that hard to believe.
Yeah.
I call bullshit on that.
That was the first name I wrote down.
Yeah, same here. I was like Brady.
I'm like, that's the lock.
He feels like he's been a QB1 for ever.
Every year, but 2008 when he
Yeah,
tore his
when he was
Yeah.
hurt.
And even that year, you got like an honorary QB1. Just go.
Yeah.
Huh. I wonder what happened there. Let's see.
Thank God we started early tonight.
1 through 17 through. No, he didn't because remember that suspension, so he didn't make it. According to Fantasy Pros, Tom Brady finished as quarterback 15 in.
That's right. That
2016.
horse shit
So-
suspension.
That's right. I
Wow.
see. I've totally blocked it out of my Patriot fan brain.
I blocked
We
out
didn't
of
get
my
off
Tom
the-
Brady fan brain.
We didn't even get off the starting line on that one, guys.
Let's name him.
Doug, do you want to try to do it? Doug, you want to try again since you just
Yeah.
since you play anyway?
So I'll cross him off. Let's go with Russell Wilson,
That's correct. Finished quarterback 1.
Cam Newton,
Correct. Oh, wait, hold on. Yes.
was
No,
good
he did
there.
not finish in
I'd
2016.
have been surprised by that one.
And he did not finish in the top 12 in 2016.
All right, I suck at this
Wow.
game.
Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, I had Big Ben
Ben
written down.
Roethlisberger is incorrect. Wow, you guys are
Cousins,
Cousins is
Cousins
correct.
is correct. Yeah,
You guys
Stafford.
have only gotten 2 so far. Stafford is correct.
I had
Breeze is
Stafford
correct.
written
I
down.
heard.
Matt Ryan had a big drop, so I'm not saying him.
Nope. One more old guy and one young guy.
Phillip Rivers.
Phillip Rivers is
Oh, yeah,
correct.
Rivers.
Oh,
And
Uber
then a young
Young
guy. This one is probably the toughest one.
Marcus Mariota.
Nope.
No. This is both years. Never mind.
I
Score
don't
that.
think anybody's going to get this one. I would not have gotten this
Hold
one.
on. Let us give us a chance. Let's think.
top 12.
It's a young guy.
It wasn't Breeze. It was a young
You got
guy. You
Breeze
said.
already. You already got Breeze.
Oh, we
You
already got
Breeze,
Breeze.
Stafford,
Blake
Rivers.
Bortles. It was Blake Bortles.
It-
Was not Blake Bortles.
Damn it.
He finished as, I think, 13 last season.
Okay.
It wasn't Dak, was it?
It was Dak Prescott.
Wow.
He
So as
finished the
bad as
QB1
Dak
last
Prescott
year.
was last year, and how much everybody hates Dak now, he still finished as quarterback 10. So
Everybody does hate Dak.
It's a new sitcom on
that
Fox.
Konami code, you know. All right, we got one position left. Wait, who? I guess Tim got the point on that, so we're tied up 1-1. Tim,
Imaginary.
Rally time for Big Doug.
we'll start with you for tight ends. There were 7 tight ends that in 7 tight ends in 2017 that finished as a tight end 1, and that also finished as a tight end 1 in 2016. How many of those do you think you can name?
Said there were 7.
7.
I'll say 3. I just thought of another. I'll say 3.
Okay, Doug, we'll go to you.
Oh, I need to make up the points. So I'm going all 7. Let's go.
No way.
Wow.
No way.
I was trying
Doug.
to. I went to you first to try to avoid you taking all of them right away.
He went to you first in hopes
Doug's
that I
playing.
would lose.
Doug's the
something.
only one that gets to play this game, you guys. So Doug, name all 7 tight ends.
Wow.
All right,
Wow,
let's go.
Doug, I gotta say, first of all, kudos to you for
I mean,
having
it's
the guts.
easy when the game doesn't. Oh, I guess it does actually count, right?
I put him on the
Get this.
table.
Yeah, if you get this, you win a DLF subscription, and if you miss it, then Tim gets a DLF subscription.
Oh,
Oh,
no
man.
pressure.
All right.
So there it is, all 7 tight ends that repeated as top 12 performers in both 2016
I have
and 2017.
7 written down, but
All right.
last one I'm not too sure on. All right, let's go. Rob Gronkowski.
That is incorrect. Rob Gronkowski did
He
not
was
finish
hurt.
the tight end 1 in 2016.
Wow.
He was hurt.
I forget
Wait.
about these being hurt and suspended.
So wait, both the answers
You're-
that he started the questions off
Yes.
with wrong were Patriots.
Wow. I might be the
Delaney
worst
Walker?
contestant on-
Might
I
be
might
the
be the
worst.
worst contestant on this
Delaney Walker is correct.
show.
Olsen,
Hunter Henry.
Hunter Henry is incorrect.
Travis
Olsen.
Kelce, Zach Ertz, Jason Witten, Jimmy Graham, Kyle Rudolph.
You're all right. There's gotta be a-
Travis Kelce, Zach Ertz, Delaney Walker. What else did you say?
Kyle
Kyle
Rudolph.
Rudolph, Jason Witten,
he
Jimmy
even nailed
Graham.
Whitman.
Jimmy Graham is correct. There's 1 left,
Cameron Brate.
and that is correct.
Oh, God damn it!
Fucking Gronkowski.
Did I semi-redeemed my terrible self.
You got killed by Brady and Gronk in this game.
How apropos.
Brady and Gronk handed
The goddamn Eagles fan beat me and I get 2 Pats questions wrong. Son of a bitch!
Brady and Gronk like literally just took the DLF subscription out of your hands and placed it in the hands of Tim Keller. Tim, how do you feel?
Doug, to be 100% honest,
Did
Brady
Tim
was the first
answer a
quarterback I
question
wrote
all
down.
night?
Gronkowski was the first tight end I wrote down. I was in the same exact boat as you.
Yo,
But
share,
you know
those,
what-
share
you
those
know what-
Netflix logins with me, Tim.
You know what Doug's downfall was? It was that Patriot arrogance.
That's right. It was.
Exactly.
He had the same thing.
He's like, I can do all 7. I'm a Patriots fan. I got this. Everything goes my way.
He did have them all except
Tom
for
Brady, my first QB. Gronk, my first tight end.
That's amazing.
I got Cameron Brate. God damn
You
it.
nailed great and freaking messed up Gronk. Wow.
Holy hell.
Oh,
Let's
Matt,
wrap
take
this
us out of here.
Let's wrap this up. John, you finally took down your first episode, man. Congratulations. I think you're finally allowed to host again now that you finally won a game. Feeling pretty good right now?
So the key is to be really
Be creative.
feeling good. Feeling really good.
That's
what we're gonna
right.
call it.
Yeah, John's probably going to miss the next episode, being off in Europe, drinking even more. I'll probably try to have on a solo show without him. But we've got to talk to Tim Keller now, who just won a 1-year DLF subscription, really by just calling bullshit on Doug like all the time. So I guess I don't know that you have a good bullshit detector.
I don't know that Tim won as much as Doug lost it. Yeah. Doug, you gave it away.
When you start saying you're going to name it all, you leave me no option.
Hey, championship or bust, right, Doug?
You got to give Doug credit.
Tim, one more time, tell everybody where they can find you and your work.
You can find me at the Dynasty Happy Hour podcast and dynastyhappyhour.com and on Twitter at DHH_Tim.
And of course, Doug, my friend, I hope you had fun tonight. Sorry it didn't quite work out for you with your Patriots hubris. But, I hope you had fun anyway, and tell everybody where they can find you.
I did have a good time. I thought that there was some moments where I really shined, but then the rest of the moments I went down like the Hindenburg. Absolute disaster. Titanic style. Peace out, Craig. You can find me on Twitter at The Fantasy Father. You can find me every week hosting the Dynasty Happy Hour as well as Trophy Time, and I write for TFFGurus.com. Scott Fishbowl shout out. Jim Halpert division. Best ever. Lock it down. Let's go.
That's right. Scott Fishbowl, we didn't really talk about it at the top, but let's find out where everybody is. John, where's your division?
I am in the Veronica Palmer division, which I'm pretty sure I'm probably the only person that requested that division. But if you don't know what the show Better Off Ted is, folks, go find it. Watch Better Off Ted. You will be amazed at how hilarious it is. That show was funny as hell. And
I resisted watching that show because I thought it looked really dumb, and I kind of have a snobbery about network TV shows now. But I did go and watch season 1. I did go watch season 1, and it was very good. So I'm excited for season 2 to hit Netflix. But Tim, where are you at, man?
Matt, I have a heartbreak for you. Season 2. What? Either you have news for me, or I have heartbreak for you.
I thought there was a season 2.
Was it canceled?
After one season?
No.
Better Off Ted goes down as the.
Oh wait, you know what? I got it completely wrong. What's the other show? The other Ted Danson blonde girl show.
Oh, that's The
Good
Place.
The Good Place.
The Good Place. That's what I was thinking. Yes. Wow, that was terrible.
I'm currently re-binging The Good Place, and it's so good. Even the second time around, like there's stuff I missed.
I cannot recommend Better Off Ted at all. I have not seen it.
Matt, go watch it. You're a terrible person.
Fake news.
Tim, where are you at, man?
I am in the Raffy division from the league.
Nice.
Pocket dog
psychopath. I absolutely love it.
That's swim, stab.
The vinegar strokes, baby. The vinegar strokes.
Tim, what are you cooking in your toilet kitchen tonight?
A bit of wine that I'll be serving to John next week.
with a pocket hot dog on the side.
Yeah. I'm in Ron Swanson 2, which I didn't know there was going to be 2 of the same character. I guess it was just too popular. They couldn't turn it down. Yeah. But I feel a little less special now. At first, when I got it, I was like, oh, sweet. I got my favorite. And now there's 2.
Double the Swanson.
That's all right. I'm in there with Tyler. I'm in there with your co-host though, with Tyler Gunther. So
nice.
That should be fun. Yeah. I think we draft back to back
once or twice in the draft.
I think. Oh, I've seen him in Pigs 3. I know all about his reaches. But we're gonna get out of here, guys.
If only SFB was an auction, right?
Yeah. Oh my God, that would be
hang myself.
Insanity.
All right, guys. Thank you again so much for listening. I hope you had fun this episode. We will be back again with another episode. Probably a couple weeks. We'll see. We'll probably get one out while John is on vacation. Not sure who the guests are yet, but for my friends John, Tim, and Doug, I'm Matt Price. Have a good week, everybody.
All right, so Matt, when I do get back from vacation from Europe, I'm going to the beach too.
Well, all right. Well, we'll have a break probably.
Yeah, you might have. We both are going to be gone.
I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks at the end of July. So.
All right. Yeah, I'm gone. I'm gone then too. So we might miss an episode.
Maybe I can do 2 and bank 1. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, if you can bank 1, that'd be awesome, and I can probably edit it when I get back from Germany, and that'd be fine. Like I'll do that for you.
Okay.
If not, I'll try and get one done. But I'm only home for like 4 days.
Oh, yeah, no worries. Let's let these guys leave if they want to go though, because it's probably late over there.
I got nothing going on. So
okay.
Way to go, Bosch. I'm sure Scott Fish is going to hear this, and now next year's Scott Fish Bowl will be an auction.
Oh my god!
And then
I-
it won't be proxy. It'll be like, you know, eBay style.
Can you imagine
won't be
commissioning
an auction.
900 fucking teams?
That would be
I've asked him. No, I said
absolute worst idea of all time.
That
I've
sounds.
actually asked.
Multiple
I've said-
copies.
I've said instead of signing up for a division, can I like choose auction? And can you like put like
There's no way,
if you know like whatever, what's a multiple of 12? 72. If 72 people say auction, make 6 divisions that are
Divisions
just
of auction.
auction. But
Make it
That's a
SFB
real bad
9.5.
it's a pain. It is too much of a pain in the ass. So I understand that.
There's no
If the
It's gotta-
original was too hard to win, try that.
That would need to be like a $1,000 entry fee for
It's got to be draft.
That would be
Those high stakes, though.
insane.
dude. No thanks.
Can't
I have
believe
my
Ron
pre-draft
Brady-
set.
Managing,
I'm not over it.
managing
What slots do you guys
36. Managing 36 was enough, man. Oh my God.
Jesus, Matt, you've seen what I've had to deal with fucking eliminators.
Dude, I know you're insane. There's no way I would stab like all of those people
I'm ready to kill
through
people.
the internet.
That fucking asshole that's
I-
like,
I have the 4th spot.
I have the 5th spot.
I have a second.
I'm in the 3 hole.
Oh,
No, look at us, all
3, 4,
top 5.
So we all have a chance to win. All right.
It feels, yeah. I mean, it's just take whoever falls. It seems like
Yeah.
It seems like I'm destined to get David Johnson, which I'm totally fine with. So
Yeah,
you're
I'd
in
be fine with
the
that
you're
too.
in the 4 spot.
Yeah.
I'm
guess if it
actually
goes-
surprised. I'm surprised you wouldn't go Rogers.
nah, there's enough. Not I can get 2 fine on the way back.
You can.
Yeah, I'll be fine. I'm not worried about it. Last year, I think last year I took David Johnson, and that did not work out for me.
Yeah.
Like 2nd or 3rd or something.
I picked Todd Gurley in like the 3rd round, I think.
Wow.
It worked
I went
out
back and
well.
looked at my.
Except I picked Rodgers in the 1st at like 110.
I went back and looked at mine, and I was the 11th last year, and I picked Devontae Freeman in the 1st. This year, I get Gurley or Bell, so that's going to be a hell of a lot better.
Until Bell gets, you know, that 400 carry, and then it's Jalen
actually-
Daniels lighting up the sky in Pittsburgh.
I'm actually on the clock in this mock right now, I think. So you guys can
Let's do this pick.
Hey, how is so is he running those as are you actually like paying to get in, and then he's running them as
They're
best
all
balls?
free. No, so Jim is
Okay.
super old school. He used to run every single offseason. He would run these Draft Masters leagues. They're just
Which
totally
Draft
free
Masters
best
is
balls.
the original name for best ball, right?
Yeah.
Well, best ball was first, and then FFPC kind of took the name Draft Masters, and then like that,
Okay.
like that kind of like they were so much more popular than other best ball leagues. They were mostly just like I did a bunch of them on like the Football Guys forums and stuff.
Yeah.
And Jim did a bunch of them like this. But then Draft Masters kind of took the name and like kind of coined it. But then MFL 10s came back and it went back to best ball.
So these are just strictly mocks. They're not pay and run the
No.
season out.
They are. He is going to run the season, but it's just for fun.
Oh, okay.
There's no points or anything, or no money. Or
Oh, okay.
anything. Where is my league?
I like that because then at least you have a little bit of pride on the line.
Yeah,
you know?
and it's always
That's better than people testing something out in a mock.
not that I'll ever go back and look at it during the season, probably, but
What site does he run it on?
just MFL.
Okay, so it's still my fantasy. Okay.
All right, so here's how the draft has gone so far. Todd Gurley, Aaron Rodgers, Le'Veon Bell, David Johnson, Zeke, Saquon at 6, Antonio Brown, Alvin Kamara, Kareem Hunt, Leonard Fournette at 10, DeAndre Hopkins at 11, Odell Beckham at 12, 201, Melvin Gordon, Russell Wilson, Michael Thomas at 203, 204, Deshaun Watson, Devontae Adams, Julio Jones, Rob Gronkowski at 07, 208, Mike Evans, and now I am on the clock.
Am I wrong in thinking that the settings really favor running backs, right? Like it still favors
They
that,
do,
right?
but not nearly as much as last season.
No, because quarterback is still up there, but it still goes running back, quarterback, right?
Like I feel like I should. Carson Wentz is still on the board. Cam Newton's on the board. Brady is on the board, and I already got us top running back. I feel like I have to go quarterback here.
Yeah, you almost
Let me
have
see. I
to
would think
so.
see which QB your RB
Running-
falls back to you.
Running back, I could get Cook or McCaffrey.
I mean, my
Receiver.
plan at the 102 is running back, quarterback, quarterback.
You
That's
said
my plan. That's my plan too.
Okay.
I mean, I could get 2 elite quarterbacks here to go with the elite running back.
See, I'm in that 5 hole.
You said the best two running backs are Dalvin Cook and
you
McCaffrey.
have to decide: do you want Kamara or do you want Aaron Rodgers? Then,
or do I want Antonio Brown?
I mean, if I was picking running back, I would go McCaffrey here because
this is a Scott Fish
fanboy. I think quarterback, and then I probably get a second stud quarterback at my third pick. Really. So,
I mean, you could probably
like if I'm in this situation, do I want to risk that Wentz is going to be back? Like, do I want to just punt Wentz here and let somebody else worry about him?
Wentz is going to be back.
Which quarter?
You think so? Week one?
He's.
I mean, I guess I can just grab Foles later.
I'm telling you, he's planting on the leg. He's moving well. He's
all right. I'll trust you, man. Eagles insider.
The
I mean, I actually looked at some mocks earlier. This is the first time I looked at mocks today, and I was like, "Ooh, I could actually end up with either Bell or Gurley, and then Wentz and Brady. There's a chance."
Yeah, that was my initial plan too.
That's fucking unbelievable.
Yeah, that would be a real nice start.
Oh, all right, Wentz it is. Hope he plays week one. If I do that, I'll probably end up grabbing Foles anyway. Probably earlier than I need to. Yeah. But yeah, late, but probably earlier than I need to.
Come up for Foles, so you'll be
late for 2 QB.
It's like 22 rounds. You'll be able to get him in like the 18th or 19th.
I think so.
That was 14, 15.
Yeah, I would. No
chance somebody.
Man, people are dicks.
There's going to be people thinking that
division. Let me tell you.
It depends on. Yeah, that's probably true.
I have Tyler in my division. He would do something.
He'll dive on somebody.
Tyler would. Tyler might go in the 12th.
Tyler is that wild card, man.
Travis, Superflex Travis is.
Travis understands quarterback.
All three of us are drafting back
Travis,
to back.
Superflex Travis.
Rasmussen going on there.
Yeah, I think it's me. I think it's Tyler, me, Travis, or something like that. So I'm sandwiched in the middle of them, which is super awesome.
Mine goes Scott Barrett, then me, and then Matt Foreman from DTC. Like that's the 1, 2, 3 hole.
I think you're fine.
Then, like the rest of it, I'm not quite sure about who the rest of the people are, but I'm like, holy shit! Like that's 6 picks in a row of people that.
I went to follow one guy on Twitter, and he hasn't been on Twitter in like a year. I was like, oh, okay, this could be an absentee timeout. Awesome.
Interesting. You should maybe let Scott know that, honestly.
Yeah, it's probably not a bad idea.
Doug's replying to me on Twitter.
I did. #truth.
Hey, as long as he's active, Scott will probably watch. But I mean, Scott's got that rule. If you time out in the first, you go on.
Craig. Yeah.
Like, I love that. That's amazing. Yeah. I think I might institute it for the eliminators. You time out in the first, you're not getting your money back, and I'm going to give it to anybody.
Make sure you put that in like bold red, all caps in the.
My God, rules. Matt, it doesn't matter what I put in bold and highlight. People
no one reads the rules.
Fucking read it.
Yeah. Well, I know, but that way you're covered at least in case like this guy who wanted his money back wanted to bitch.
I could punch you in the face, tell you that the draft clock's only off till from 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. or 12 a.m. to 8 a.m. and you'd still throw a fucking stink.
No, I know, man. But at least you're covered that way.
I was ready to kill that fucking guy.
Peoplesuck.com.
Yeah, people do suck. No, my rules will definitely have. I am adding in definite rules for auto picking and all that shit for next year. I didn't think I had to because I was like, nobody's gonna. What the fuck? Who's gonna actually have a problem with this? One guy out of 800 and however many entries there are. One fucking guy.
So there's always one.
But hey, that guy burned his bridge to everything in fantasy football forever.
Oh man,
Scott asked for that guy's name and email, and guess what? He's never getting into.
Just like that other guy.
He's done.
The other writer, right?
Yep, Scott's got it. Scott's got his blackball list for sure.
That was he got fired from both places he wrote to. I forget where it was, but
oh, you're just talking about league list. Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the guy who bitched about how Scott only picks his friends to be in the league and like started that whole thread. Remember that happened a couple weeks ago when I forget what it was on, but somebody said something about SFB and then he was like, well, I would really like to play, but it will never happen because Scott only picks all of his friends.
I do not know who that was.
I remember that tweet. I'm like, what a douche.
And then he wrote for 2